this is not Hurlinger Field. This is Mansion Park in Altoona on a Saturday night. It is for the District 6 2A title between your 11-1 Richland Rams and a 12-0 McCort-Carrol Crushers. You are listening to the Richland Football Network. I'm Ed DiMartino along with Dom Shank, Brian Schmidt, and Brian the Sponge Brett here on a windy but pretty warm night for football here in mid-November. Dom, should be a great game. The first time these teams matched up. Richland lost 31-19 in a game that all we can characterize it was a game of mistakes by the Richland Rams. Don't take anything away from McCort-Carrol. They played a very good game, but Richland didn't make a lot of mistakes, which pushed them behind the 8 ball in very, very difficult conditions to come back from.
Yeah, absolutely. Just talking to some of the boys at school this week, there's a lot of blood in the water on both sides. Both teams absolutely want to win this game, and not only want to win, but beat the other team into the ground. They don't want it to be even close. So I'm hoping for an exciting game. Obviously, I hope for a Richland win. But I think if, like you said, Richland limits the mistakes, I think the passing game is just going to be too much for McCort to handle tonight. And
Brian Schmidt, we talk about emotions in this game, and they ran high, very high in the early on in the season. I think it was like week 4, and we saw Richland take maybe 3 or 4 unsportsmanlike conduct calls. Just a lot of emotion in this game. Both teams do not like each other. Let's make no bones about that. So, what are you watching for? What do you tell your guys in a game like that? You certainly want them to play with emotion, but how do you handle keeping them in check?
I think you just have to explain to them, how when you're playing a good football team, one 15-yard penalty at a critical time can be the difference in a football game. So you want them to play hard, you want them to play, intense, but not take a penalty that's not a good penalty, because there is a difference. There's times, the penalties will come just in the act of playing, and you're trying to, make a block to spring somebody, and sometimes you'll get called for that, but you don't want any of the dead ball fouls after the plays are over.
And Sponge, we see a little bit wind kicking up on the field.
Yeah, it's breezy down here, but it's a warm breeze. It's shockingly warm. I haven't even thought about wearing shorts tonight, but I went with the sweatpants. Definitely is going to affect the passing game a little bit if this wind keeps up. But like you guys touched on, limit the mistakes, limit the penalties, no turnovers. I think we can beat this team.
The teams are, I think they're fairly evenly matched. On the McCort-Carrol side, a couple of big injuries to talk about when you're missing your quarterback in Bentley Bainey, who apparently has some sort of shoulder issue, collarbone issue. He's been quarterbacking all year. You do have a guy in Angelo Gallucci who did quarterback last year, but hasn't had the reps this year. But on the other side, you also miss Bainey as your best defensive back, and you'll also lose a Kaleem Taylor to an unfortunate set of rules, which I particularly don't care for. If you're eligible to play the season, I don't understand why you can't play in the playoffs, but that is the rule for whatever reason. So they're missing the 2 best defensive backs, which, as you touched on, Dom, leads to Richland being able to put the ball in the air as long as the line can keep Jake Regan clean for a few seconds, give him a little bit of time. The passing game is where Richland could potentially win this game.
Yeah, like you said, the McCort offense really doesn't go through Bainey. It goes through D'Elia, He's going to get the majority of the touches no matter who's at quarterback. The biggest loss from McCort is going to be Bainey on defense. He had 2 interceptions against Arnold Magara last time that they faced. However, Arnold did not play a great game, so I expect him to come out with a chip on his shoulder. He's going to be playing the ball that he's been playing the last couple weeks. Him and Jameer have both looked phenomenal. I think it's going to be a really good game tonight, and I think Arnold's going to eat all night long.
Hey guys, from watching warm-ups, I won't be surprised to see Bainey in there. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I don't think he'll be a quarterback, but he might play defense.
Well, we did see though, Sponge, after the initial, Bainey never put on his jersey. He actually just stayed in a white t-shirt, holding his helmet, and did not actually put his jersey on for the rest of that warm-up. So the very beginning they have been out there, but when they went into their jerseys and started their actual drills, Bainey was not part of that. So maybe that's something to watch, something they may want to deke Richland into thinking he's going to play, but he did not even have his jersey on. so something to watch out for. But even if he's out there, at what capacity and what kind of limitations is he going to play with? He's going to be maybe a little cautious in how he plays, and that could be a big detriment more than having him sitting off the field.
Yeah, it's definitely just subconsciously. He's probably going to play a little more timid, maybe not go up for those jump balls like the one he had against Arnold McGarry. He kind of ripped it right out of his hands the last time they faced. I don't know if Bainey does that this time, with a bum shoulder. It's going to be tough for him to overcome that mental challenge and go get the ball and go make tackles, especially when he's not playing at 100%.
And what I will say, Brian, too, is that game, when Richland lost, they didn't play but it really spurred them on for the rest of the season. Like, they came to life. A lot of those guys are very upset the way they played that game, and they've gotten incrementally better since then. So how do you think that plays here tonight?
Yeah, it seemed like they got focused after that loss, and like you said, they incrementally got better. But most teams that are playing a game this week, you could say the same thing about them. But I do, I like the last few weeks the way Richland's been playing. Their running game has really been very effective. Which if you get Grayson going, that's going to set the pass up even more. Even with whoever's playing for McCort-Carrol at cornerback, if you're effective on the ground and they got to put another body in the box, that's going to open up your passing game.
Yeah, which is very, very true. And what I will say, what I like about Richland Rams too, is Richland has faced adversity throughout this season. They've actually been behind at halftime. They've had to get their way back into games. Whereas on the other side, McCort-Carrol, really, besides one game against Forest Hills where that game went back and forth, have really not had any real challenges, and that could play into a game of this magnitude. Not knowing that if you can come back from a game, that could play big here for the Richland Rams as well.
Absolutely. They've been playing with a lead all year long. It's going to be, if Richland jumps on them early, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle adversity. Obviously, Richland didn't play their best ball. They can obviously play a whole lot better than they did. So I do think it'll be interesting if Richland goes up to see how McCourt handles that and how they respond.
I don't think we have any picks tonight. Some of the games were played yesterday, so we won't even have our picks. I think I finished in first place. I made a huge comeback at the end, and I took down the title, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll let you think that. Yeah, you go put that on your fridge.
Now, I'm pretty sure I finished dead last.
Guys, I'm going to take Penn Cambria and Bishop Guilfoyle this week.
I think I'm going to take the same there, Sponge. I'm going to go Penn Cambria and Bishop Guilfoyle
and I'm going to take Aliquippa to beat the number 1 seed McKeesport out of the Whippeal.
Ed's taking Bellwood Annis.
All right, so on a big night of football here, Saturday night.
It's the only wins Ed had all year. These ones tonight, he just guessed.
No, it's Bellwood. If you look back at my record, I can guarantee you what cost me the title was all those Bellwood picks that I made, and they really cost me.
And the reason that I'm not in last is because of Ed's Bellwood picks. He picks Bellwood, I pick against. He picks against Bellwood, I pick for.
Yeah, probably very, very smart move, and yeah, it cost me the title. And good thing we have Stone Mangus here tonight. He joined us for dinner. We went to Zach's tonight and had a great dinner there at Zach's and got to catch up with Stone a little bit, doing well at Waynesboro University, doing excellent work for them.
He's down here with a former player, Lane Lucas. Lane was here last year, the last 2 years.
Just tell him,
hopefully we get over the hump today.
Tell them, Brian, there's a track out there. We could do that Lane Lucas against Stone Mangus 100-yard dash right now.
He brought that up. Lane brought that up, but said his ankle's bothering him, so he's going to decline.
Oh, man, that sounds like lots of excuses.
If I'm not mistaken, they just won the championship for their division, the PAC, I believe, at W&J.
Very nice.
I think that's what Stone said at dinner, so congratulations to Stone and I think Aiden Thomas.
Yeah, and
there's W&J and Kellen Stoll.
Kellen Stoll had an outstanding season at W&J. I think Sponge had a text last week that he threw for 6 touchdown passes last week, and today was 13 of 14 for 211 yards and 3 more touchdowns. So Kellen having an outstanding season for W&J. I think they are the presidents, if I'm not mistaken, and having a great season there.
Yeah, and I have his season stats. 167 of 247, 67% for 2,198 yards, and he was at 15 touchdowns. Now he's at 17. That's a great season.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
And then we have Caleb Burke up in New Hampshire. This year he has 41 catches for 567 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Caleb having an excellent season there at New Hampshire. And this is an exciting night here tonight. You know, we can't say how much we've enjoyed coming back to Mansion Park. Richland very blessed to be here. This is the 10th time under Coach Bailey that they have been in this game. Last year was a very disappointing loss against Cambria Heights. Dom, how much does that play into the players who were in it last year, leaving this field without that District 6 title? How much does that fuel them coming into this one to want to walk away with that medal around your neck?
It definitely leaves a sour taste in your mouth, losing such a huge game 2 years in a row. Last year, Richland played really well the first couple drives, and then it started to fizzle out towards the end. I think that's just going to give everyone even more of a reason to come out, play their hearts out tonight. I can't imagine that any Richland player is going to leave anything or take anything with them home. They're going to leave it all out in the field tonight. It's going to be a hard-hitting, interesting, impressive game to watch tonight.
Guys, we have a few raindrops starting. I don't know where this is coming from.
Well, it just keeps things a little interesting.
Sponge, if you walk fast enough, then I don't think any raindrops are going to hit you. I think that's how that works.
I got to start moving then.
Do you have an umbrella on you?
I do not. That didn't work too well last week, especially when it's windy.
So we're going to step aside. The national anthem is going to be played here at Mansion Park. We'll be with you shortly. You are listening to the Richland Ram Football Network. All right, we are back, and I think what separates this year from a lot of years as well for the Richland Rams is, every team is going to have bumps and bruises as you go along, but this is the first time that I can remember in the last 3 years that virtually the Richland Rams are relatively healthy. We've lost big parts of our teams over the parts of the last 3 years as we got into these championship games and towards the end of the season. And this year, unfortunately, Gavin Sheets is going to be lost for the year, but pretty much a healthy Richland football squad.
Not only injuries, but no mono. We had mono on a couple kids the last 2 years.
Yeah, we had Jude McGarra a couple years ago. Last year we had Joe Penna out with mono, and so it's good to have a team that's, again, coming in relatively healthy. As Richland's going to be coming out through the tunnel right below us as they are wearing their white jerseys with their blue pants, white helmets, a very good, clean look for the Richland Rams. Tom, you said you would like to actually have the white pants and to go all white.
Yeah, I'm just personally not a huge fan of the blue pants, but a lot of people like them, and if everyone else thinks they look clean, then I'm all for it. But I like the white-on-white look, especially playing a team that's red and going to be wearing golden pants, so I think the white-on-white would look really nice tonight.
I'm actually a fan of the blue pants, so I kind of like the contrast a little bit. So Richland getting all pumped up as they're showing a little video on the screen. Getting everybody on the Richland side of the field all hyped up. We are on the visitor side tonight as McCort-Carrol came in as the as a leader at 12-0. Richland only
And
lost
the yard chain made an appearance in that video.
I saw that. Grayson had it around his neck.
Just to update everyone, I bought two new ones.
All right, here come the Richland Rams. It is Grayson Allen with the American flag. The Richland flag being carried by number 74, Ryan Rakita, and the pancake flag by number 77, Jim Milowskis.
Yeah. I think we had, for the first time all year, I think that's 3 juniors carrying out flags. So good showing out for the junior classes. I am a junior at Richland High School, so good job. I believe the other one carrying out the flag was Grayson. I think it was Grayson, Rakita, and Jimmy. So congratulations, guys.
All right, McCort-Carrol now able to come out from their tunnel and run through their little paper held up by the cheerleaders. And again, McCort-Carrol's had an outstanding season. Take nothing away from them. They are an outstanding football team. So it's not like we're sitting here saying, "Oh, Richland should." This is not going to be an easy football game. We expect a good, hard-hitting, as you said, Dom, contest between these two clubs.
Going back to the hard hitting, I think it's going to be good that the Rams are playing with a chip on their shoulder. However, like we mentioned earlier, they have to play smart. Can't afford any personal fouls. Can't afford to give away any yards. And with personal fouls, if you get 2, you're ejected. So you can't afford to get rid of or to lose anyone for this game, as it's the most important of the year. The Rams just really need to take care of business tonight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we've seen a little too much with the Richland Rams. Sometimes they do let their emotions get the best of them. And like you said, Dom, in a game of this magnitude, when you're playing a good team, the last thing you want to do is give them any extra plays. You cannot afford to do that. You cannot afford to turn over the football. You got to play clean. You got to play smart. And you got to give these guys a run for their money for sure. And we believe that Richland did win the coin toss earlier. They'll come out and they'll do it again just for as a show for the middle of the field. But we believe it's going to be the Richland Rams who won the toss and will defer. So when play gets underway, it will be the Richland Rams kicking off to the McCort-Carrol Crushers. And as you said, we're going to get a big, heavy dose of number 2, John D'Elia, who's going to do the bulk of the load here for the McCort-Carrol Crushers. And he is a big boy, listed at 6'2", 205. He's a lot of running back for sure.
Absolutely strong as an ox as well. He kind of reminds me of Grayson Mahler the way he runs. They both like contact, like to carry a couple guys and just do everything they can, keep their legs churning, doing everything they can to get those extra couple yards, which pays off in the overall, idea of football.
I ran into Coach Yanity last Sunday at church, and he sends his well wishes to everybody. He misses everybody. Coach doing pretty well. Looked pretty good, so good seeing him. He did leave me a message. I didn't get a chance to call him back again tonight, just wishing the Richland Rams luck. But I know he wishes he could be here for sure. And here come the Richland Rams out to midfield. It is going to be Brody Hollis, Braden Nepper, Grayson Mala, and Joe McEnany as the captains tonight. And if Richland's going to be successful, it's going to be number 55 in the trenches that's going to do a bulk of the load, carrying down number 2, D'Elia. And Brody's done an outstanding job this season, as every season. He just clogs up that middle with a big body.
Yeah, there's no better kid to have in the middle of the field when you're facing a running back of this caliber. If Brody can eat everything up in the middle of the field, force D'Elia to the sidelines, and let Grayson and Joey Ragno go make the plays towards the sideline, I don't see how the Rams are going to have any problem stopping their offense because, like we mentioned a million times already, D'Elia is going to get almost every single carry in their offense. The ball is going to him almost every single play. You just gotta, you just gotta limit the yards he can get while he touches the ball.
And on the flip side, from McCort-Carrol, you're gonna have big number 55, Caleb Rodriguez, who just is such a stud in the middle of that offensive line, defensive line. It's a guy you can't get around. And Brian, as we talked about before, I would not want to run anywhere close to where number 55 is.
Yeah, he's big and he's athletic. He moves well. The other, I think, the other defensive player is Marquez Gordon. I believe he has something like 12 sacks on the season.
Yeah.
And I know he had a sack or two in the in the first meeting between these two back in week 4.
Yeah, another big kid listed at 6'1", 205. So another big body for the McCort-Carrol Crushers, who's very, very athletic, as Brian said. As Richland will kick it off to the McCort-Carrol Crushers, just about underway here from Mansion Park on a windy, damp Saturday night, as the mist is starting to fall here.
Oh, I can see it on my computer.
And back deep for the McCort-Carrol Crushers is going to be number 5, Nick Dresick. And I'm trying to catch the other number here. As Mitchell Timsick will place the ball down at the 40-yard line. And this has been a problem for the Richland Rams a little bit, has been kick coverage lately. We'll see what they choose to do here. Try to see if they try to do that little pooch kick inside the 20-yard line.
The ball fell off the tee.
Yeah, already wins affecting.
Yep. And that rain just kind of came out of nowhere. It was a pretty nice night with no rain, and now we have rain falling, wind picking up.
Which way is the wind coming from? Is it going towards the scoreboard?
Yeah, it looks like it's going towards the scoreboard. Yep.
This wouldn't be a bad time to try, or for Mitch to try and put one in the end zone here and start him on the 20-yard line.
Yep, Jake Smith doing the holding here. And the kick is away. And it's going to bounce.
Oh, that's close, and he was
not.
not.
The 10-yard line, but just went out of bounds. Yeah, almost got it inside the pylon.
Yeah,
and that was number 6 back there.
Brian, what did you see on that? I mean, it flew over the pylon.
What I saw was an official not in position to make that call. He should be on the pylon there.
Yeah, I thought that went over the pylon as well. It's just going to give the Crushers really good starting field position.
Yeah, they'll take over at the 35-yard line. First down and 10, just underway here from Mansion Park.
The court will start out at the 35.
As it will be Angelo Gallucci into the shotgun. And Gallucci will hand us off. This is going to be a keeper by Angelo Gallucci. He faked the handoff, rolled out to his left, able to get over the 40-yard line.
And as soon as we start talking about how D'Elia is going to get all the carries.
Ragno gets
Gallucci did have over 100 yards rushing last week as quarterback.
So that's just going to be another guy that the Rams need to key on.
So the ball all the way out to the 44-yard line. Good pickup on first down. They'll bring up 2nd down and 1 here for the Crushers. As Gallucci back into the shotgun, they'll put D'Elia in motion to the right. Gallucci keeps it himself, picks the middle, has a little bit of space, and gets to midfield before he's taken down. First down for the McCort-Carrol Crushers. They're into Richland territory. It looks like they'll place the ball at the 49-yard line.
To me, it seems like they're just trying to draw attention away from D'Elia for a little bit, and then they're just probably going to pound the rock with him in a couple plays here.
All right, so Angelo Gallucci is on first down. It's D'Elia, tries the right side. Richland right there, about 4 or 5. Richland Rams led by Joe McInerney, along with Braden Nepper.
And that's good to see, because that was the play that they gained chunk yards the first time.
Absolutely, and strung it out to the right hand. Right hand gained a lot of yards.
And that whole game, they kind of ran away from Joe Mac's side. So
they lose a yard on the play, back to the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 11. Again, just underway here at Mansion Park. 10:58 remaining here in the first quarter. As Gallucci goes in a shotgun, 2nd down and 11. And Gallucci keeping himself, try the left side again, gets taken down at the legs. Good tackle by Jameer Christian. And Gallucci able to take it to about the 46-yard line and bring up 3rd down and 7.
This is where the Rams want the Crushers, where they're going to have to throw the ball or they're going to have to break a decent chunk on a run play for a first down here. As soon as McCort has to put the ball in the air, I think that's when the Rams are going to take their opportunities and run with them.
Let's see what Richland can do here. 3rd down and 7 for the McCort-Carrol for the Crushers. D'Elia will go in motion to the right. Gallucci back to throw. Gallucci has a short throw. Catch is made. And a good tackle made, but he got her across the 40-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. Looks like they'll put it at the 39, so it is a first down for McCort-Carrol. First down.
Ed, I don't think you have to add that Carroll anymore. They parted ways in football.
Parted ways, yeah, so we'll just say McCourt from now on. That's a good point. Well, it doesn't take quite effect till next year. All right, first down and 10 ball to 39-yard line of Richland now. Gallucci keeps it himself, and Gallucci will pick up a couple.
Gallucci on the carry.
They'll bring up second down. So we'll get to about the, looks like the 36-yard line. So about 3-yard pickup on first down, second down and 7.
McCourt's coming out in a million different formations to start the game. They've been in trip sets, empty sets, two-back sets. I think that's kind of messing with the Rams' head a little bit.
Yeah, they'll go in the pistol here with D'Elia in the backfield. They'll put Spontak in motion. Back goes Gallucci to throw, getting a heavy rush. Gallucci just going to wing this one down the left side. Has a man, but will overthrow him as Richland got some good pressure up front. Brody Hollis coming straight up the gut. Gallucci got to get rid of that ball. He did have Gordon open, but overthrew him. That'll bring up third down and 7. Definitely 4-down territory here, or, a few more plays for the McCourt Crushers, even if they don't pick this up. They're at the 36-yard line of Richland.
That was intended for Spontak, 24.
Oh, it was 24. I thought it was 3. Thank you, Sponge. All right, Gallucci keeps it himself. Gallucci over that left side again. Gallucci gets knocked down. He should have enough for the first down, I believe. Richland's got to be a little bit more aware. It's been a lot of Gallucci just keeping it, sort of faking a handoff and then just taking it off himself. He's been running off that left tackle side a lot and picking up some good yards.
He's coming right up the middle behind Caleb Rodriguez.
Sponge, I know we talked about this a little bit on the way here. I think Grayson has been in on every single tackle so far this game.
Yeah, he's all over the field.
All right, so ball at the 27-yard line of Richland now. First drive of the ball game. And McCourt on the move. 8:37 remaining. No score. Spontak will go in motion. Gallucci will roll out to the right. He'll pitch it, but there's a flag on the play. Should probably be a false start here on the Crushers. So they'll lose 5 yards. First penalty flag of the game.
If Richland wins the penalty game, that's going to be a huge stepping stone into winning the game because, like we said earlier, they had so many penalty yards against McCourt in the first meetup. They can't afford to give away any tonight.
So the ball goes back to the 32-yard line, first down and 15. As Gallucci checks his wristband, they're going to go empty backfield here now. They'll put D'Elia in motion, fake the handoff. Back throw goes Gallucci. He'll try to spin this out. Great play. Broken up really nice by big number 56. We talk about him all the time. Your man.
Yeah, that's Big Trez. That was a huge play there. That there wasn't anyone within 20 yards of D'Elia besides Treznicki. If he didn't break that up, that was more than likely going for a first down or a touchdown.
Yeah, he could have taken that to the house, and a good job by D'Elia to knock that ball out of Treznicki's hands. Bring up second down and 15. And once again, they'll go empty backfield here for Gallucci. Yeah, Treznicki's had just an absolute
They're at the end of the
season.
clock. They're going to have call timeout.
So McCourt going to have to burn a timeout with 8:08 on the clock. So almost a 4-minute drive so far. They're at the Richland 32-yard line. Have to burn a timeout as time was running down on the play clock. But a pretty impressive drive here so far for McCort-Carrol. Everything for McCourt, I should say. I'll go with Sponge. Pretty much everything on the ground and a lot of Gallucci.
Yeah, it's more Gallucci than I expected. I think the Rams are really keyed on D'Elia, and I think that's why he's slipping through for some big yards. I'd have to imagine Coach Rip is going to coach him up and make sure that Gallucci doesn't run for big yards anymore the rest of this drive and the ones to follow.
That was a good thing they had to call timeout because Joe Mack came off and needed a breather, and now he's back in.
All right, so McCort coming out of their timeout. 2nd down and 15, ball at the 32-yard line of Richland.
2nd down and
They'll come out with that empty backfield set here. They'll put D'Elia in motion to the right.
Oh, he's wide open.
Looking for D'Elia, and Gallucci just could not quite find him. Yeah, he was wide open out of the backfield, as Brian said. Gallucci just couldn't quite hit him. And that will fall incomplete, bring up a 3rd down and 15. Yeah, he was wide open. Nobody picked him up.
We don't mean to pick on Gallucci, but Baney probably doesn't miss him.
I totally agree. But when you have a guy who hasn't played quarterback, I mean, he hasn't a whole lot of time to get ready. Those are the kind of things. Plus, you're dealing with some winds tonight. You're not dealing with the ideal conditions either.
Yeah, I don't think he's a designated quarterback either. Like, he's a backup. I think he's an athlete that they just put in the backfield to receive the snaps tonight.
All right, 3rd down and 15. Empty backfield. Gallucci goes back to throw. Richland coming hard. Pass is made. It will fall incomplete again as they're looking for Spontak on that left side. They bring up a 4th down and 15. They're at the 32-yard line. I imagine they're still going to go for this. I wouldn't see them punting, and I would not try them seeing them kick a 49-yard field goal as well. So I think they have nothing to lose but to go for this. Kind of in no man's land.
Gallucci had D'Elia one-on-one with Joey Ragnow on the far seam, and I think D'Elia had him by 3 or 4 steps.
All right, so this is a big play in the ball game. 4th down and 15. Back to throw goes Gallucci. Has some time, throws it. Has a man pushed out of bounds.
He's short.
And I think he might be short of the sticks. So Richland will take over on downs. Good job by the Richland Rams. They hold down on downs. That's Gallucci's first completion of the game. And I think it was to Spontak and got pushed out of bounds.
Poor decision there. 4th and 15. That's a huge play in the game. You can't throw one behind the sticks, especially to the side.
4th and 15, though, is a really long play. You're hoping a guy makes the catch, makes a move, but...
My prediction, Grayson Mala up the middle.
There you go. But it almost works like a punt as the ball, Richland's going to take over at their own 21-yard line. So, all right, Jake Regan. And it is Nepper who is in the backfield.
I think
Allen is lined up as a wide receiver.
I think it's going to Jameer.
And this is going to be a quick throw out to Jameer Christian on that right side. Jameer Christian breaks one. Jameer Christian.
Oh, that's a late.
Pushed out of bounds and got close to the 40-yard line. Yeah, may have been a bit of a late hit on his
That
sideline.
one was late.
Yeah, he was definitely stepped out of bounds and then took a big shove. But, Jameer didn't complain about it. Has the ball out to the 39-yard line.
That's the same ref that didn't have the call on the kickoff.
7:43 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Richland stopped McCort on the Richland 32-yard line. They had 4th down and 15. They were able to complete a pass to the 21, but not enough for the 1st down. And Richland able to pick up a nice chunk of yards and picks up a 1st down all the way to their own 39-yard line. Regan back to throw. Regan looking. Back shoulder, Jameer Christian has it. Jameer Christian at the 45-yard line. Helmet came off.
Yep, there's the flag.
And there's a flag. So Jameer Christian all the way into McCort territory.
Now, if that was a face mask that caused this helmet to come off, he can stay in the game.
That ball is taken to the 44-yard line before the penalty flag was thrown.
Yep, and Jameer's going back onto the field. That's a huge play.
Yeah, we'll see what.
I like what I saw. Those first two, they put Grayson out here to block, and then they just hit up Jameer.
This is going to be a 5-yard face mask call. Ryan's beside himself over here.
How is that a 5-yarder when he ripped his helmet off?
Yep, that's. I think that's kind of what Brian said. He ripped his helmet off.
He's letting him stay in the game, so a 15-yard is any twisting of the helmet.
Yep.
You can't have a helmet twist more than flying off a player's head.
And not only the yards, but McCourt's going to think it's okay to do that down the line, and I don't want to see anyone get hurt tonight after the whistle's already been blown.
All right, and they're forcing McCort offside. As number 7, Garrett Faribaugh jumped on the left side of the line. Richland will pick up another 5 yards. So the ball all the way to the 35-yard line of McCort. Richland on the move now with 7:22 in the first quarter. They're going to put Grayson Mallow now in the backfield, as I think it's Jameer Christian tying his shoe over there on the left. He's all set to go. First down and 5 for the Richland Rams. And they're going to throw a flag. This may be
another
on
one.
Richland. This may be on Richland now.
Nope, it's encroachment.
Oh, they got encroachment. It's actually Roberts went down to that stance.
It's all about discipline tonight, boys.
Yep, and McCord a little jumpy tonight, and they pick up their second consecutive encroachment call.
That's their 4th penalty of the night already, if I'm not mistaken.
So Richland will pick up a first down now at the 30-yard line.
They're talking about it because the official on McCourt's sideline said he had a flinch.
So I just saw Ashton Roberts just put his hand down. Yeah, they're calling a false start. That's kind of what I thought they were going to call. So Richland will be back to first down and 10. The ball comes back to the 40-yard line. Jameer Christian having an issue with his shoe again. They're on the far left side tying it again.
Hey, Bri, do you know this crew at all?
No.
All right, Jameer's all set to go here. First down and 10 now. As Alex Bond and Arnold McGarrow are here, the wide receivers to the right. We have Jameer Christian on the left. Grayson Mallow in the backfield here with Jake Regan.
The worst thing that McCourt could do is forget about Alex Bond. He had a huge touchdown
Jameer
when we were here earlier in the game.
checking his shoe again. So Jameer obviously having some equipment issues with that right shoe. The official helping him out over there. So official timeout here on the field as they get everything squared away.
And of course, you got a boo out of the other side there.
Wow.
All right, I think we're all set to go here. First down and 10. 6:48 and counting here in the first quarter. No score. Alex Bond will go in motion to the left. This will be a handoff to Grayson Mallow off the left tackle. Grayson Mallow gets over the 35-yard line, so about the 34. They'll give him the 33. Good run there for Grayson Mallow.
And that's what throwing on the first 2 plays for big yards does.
They'll bring up second down in about 3. As they'll look to the sideline. Pistol formation once again for the Richland Rams. They'll put Bond in motion again to the left. Jake Regan hands this one off on the sweep. I think that was Jameer Christian. And nicely done by McCourt as they'll force Richland to get a loss of a yard on the play, bring up third down and 4.
Jameer did that same swoop on the last play when they handed off to Grayson Mallow. I think McCourt saw that coming after it happened again.
Yeah, gave him the same look, and right this time handed it off to Jameer. And good job by the Crushers. Third down and 4. Nepper in the backfield now as they put Grayson Mallow ahead of Jameer Christian here on the right side, set up as a wide receiver. Nepper will now switch to the left side of Jake Regan. And this is Nepper. And Nepper will pick up a couple. We'll get to the 33. It's going to be 4th down and about 3. Able to pick up a yard only.
McCourt has a lot of big boys up front. I don't know if I would keep going back to the run right up the middle. Maybe try and get to the edge or just keep putting the ball in the air because it's worked so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty successful with the short pass. They did have a good run with Grayson Mallow earlier. And I like Grayson lined up there, as Sponge said, as a wide receiver ahead of Jameer Christian here on the right side. 4th down and 3. Regan keeps it himself. Regan has enough for the first down. A good run by Jake Regan as he'll pick up the first down inside the 30-yard line. It's about the 27, it looks like. First down and 10, Richland.
That's a good hard run out of Jake Regan. We've seen it all year. Another great job, another great play with his legs.
4:23 on the clock and running here in the first quarter. No score. Richland able to stop the Crushers on their first drive on downs. Richland took over at their own 21-yard line and are now at the 27-yard line of the Crushers. Regan takes a hit from behind, delivers the football. Will fall incomplete. Jake did a good job getting rid of that football. It didn't affect the flight of that football very much, I don't think. and just could not find Jameer Christian. It will fall incomplete. Second down and 10.
Pressure by Garrett Faribault.
Looks like he may have run the wrong route. I think he was supposed to stop down here.
Yeah, it was a pretty good throw by Jake. He got hit, but it didn't affect the flight of the ball. Probably just a miscommunication on the route.
We haven't seen any targets to Arnold yet, so let's look for that.
And he's far left side of the field right now.
Double teamed.
Yeah, double teamed on that side.
If they're going to leave Jameer in one-on-one, I'm sure that Coach Bailey would be more than happy to give him the ball.
Second down and 10. Knepper in motion. This is going to be Regan up the middle. And that time, nice job by the Crushers. They'll stop Regan at the 25-yard line. 2-yard gain, going to bring up third down and 8. As Alex Bond comes in, Joe Mack will check out.
Caleb Rodriguez.
So Joe McEnany has not seen much time on offense in the last couple weeks. They had him out there. And he comes off the field now as Alex Bond. All he does is catch touchdowns. He's out there now. Big third down and 8. They'll direct snap it to Grayson Malla, who will push forward to about the 24. Going to bring up fourth down and 7. They could try a field goal here. The wind is at their back.
Grayson Malla.
I don't think they're going to have much luck running up the middle with that Rodriguez.
Yeah, this is something that they didn't work well the first time they played. They're going to opt not to try the 41-yard field goal. But this is a big fourth down here. They're able to convert on their first fourth down play. This is the second one of this drive. Back to throw Regan. And he was looking for Jameer Christian on the slant play. It will fall incomplete. And Richland will turn over the ball on down. So both teams drove the ball pretty good in each other's territories. And both teams able to hold on downs.
Good defensive stance by McCourt there.
Yeah, they're looking for that slant play to Jameer Christian, and it was just thrown behind him a little bit.
We've talked about this in weeks past, but Richland doesn't really like to throw the ball over the middle there. I like to see that they're trying to get the ball in between the hashes to the receivers more often, because that's usually wide open, right, Sponge?
Yeah, I'd like to see a little more passing, less running.
Yep, I agree.
They're pretty stout on defense on the run.
Yep, 2:49 remaining in the first quarter. Second possession now for the Crushers. They're at the Richland 24-yard line, and this is a loss. Ball is out, but they're going to say he was down, and Gallucci's
hurting.
So they're already down one quarterback. They help Gallucci to his feet. Looks like he should be okay. So thank goodness he's back up and on his feet.
I think that was Roberts and Tresnicki were first to Gallucci on that play.
Yeah, put a big hit on him.
Ashley Roberts was in there, yep.
And he jumped on the ball too, but...
So 2-yard loss on the play. Bring up second down and 12. Quick moving first quarter all the way down to 2:13 already. As Gallucci back into the shotgun. And Gallucci hands this one off. This is a Spontak, I believe, off the right side. And Joe Mack, I think, able to track him down from behind.
I think that was Joey Ragno.
Oh, Ragno. So Ragno picks him up. I just saw
Joe
the
Mack
4.
was getting held on that play.
So he'll take the ball to the, looks like the 26-yard line, 27-yard line.
Joey did a really good job on that play. They sent D'Elia as a lead blocker to go clean up Joey, and Joey did a good job to evade D'Elia and get to the sideline and push Spontak out of bounds there.
Yeah, they're had a handful of jersey and threw him down.
All right, third down and 6 for the Crushers. Gallucci back to throw. Gallucci fires. Gallucci is picked off. Arnold McGarrett has it. Arnold McGarrett at the 10. Arnold's going to take it all the way for a pick 6. The Richland Rams are on the board. Arnold McGarrett with a little redemption. The very first time we played them, Arnold had a pick 6. They cannot quite reel in this one. He has, and puts the Richland Rams up front 6-0. Having the extra point with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. Arnold jumped that route and was able to take that ball away and then found his way into the end zone.
He has more catches and touchdowns on defense right now than he does on offense.
So Mitch Timsick on to attempt the extra point. Your holder is Jake Regan. Low snap. Kick is up, and this one should be good. So 7-0 here with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. Richland on the board on an Arnold McCort-Carrol interception. Big pick six.
I think it was 36 yards, Ed.
You know what that looked like to me? That looked like the Cooper DeJean pick six in the Super Bowl. Except Arnold actually took the ball out of the receiver's hands rather than just jumping the route. He jumped it and then just took it right out of the receiver's hands. Grayson threw a great lead block, pancaked the guy. Arnold did a good job getting to the edge, and then his speed was just too fast for any of the McCort offensive linemen to catch him.
We want to thank all our sponsors. We'll get to them in a minute. And the Richland Football Boosters, we were able to bring you this with video. Thanks to them. Thanks to their for putting us on and getting us on video. It's a great thing to have. I think it's the first year we've ever been able to show the video as well, along with the audio. So thank you to the boosters and thank you to our sponsors. As Mitch Timsick will be on to kick it off after the Arnold McCort 36-yard interception return for a touchdown. Back deep for the Crushers is going to be Dresick and Page.
Hey, Bri, someone must have informed that ref he was pylon. He's on the pylon now.
Yeah, what happens sometimes is when the ball gets kicked, they in a rush to get upfield, which you shouldn't until the ball's possessed.
All right, so Timsick getting ready to kick this time. The ball will stay on the tee. And the kick is away. Going to that right side again, and this one will go out of bounds once more.
Sponge, did the wind slow down at all, or is it still whipping pretty good down there?
It's not too bad. It's still a little breezy.
And it looks like the rain, is the rain stopped, or is it still misting a little bit?
It's just a couple sprinkles.
All right, so the Crushers will take over at their own 35-yard line, find themselves down 7-0 after the pick six by Arnold McCort. As Gallucci will come back on the field. D'Elia in the backfield here with him. First down and 10. They'll send Page in motion. This is going to be Page. And Page gets taken down short of the 40-yard line to about the 39. Pick up a 4, second down and 6 coming up.
Joey Ragno on that one.
So number 45, Joe Ragno on the tackle.
He's kind of an unsung hero on the defense. It seems like he makes almost every single tackle and doesn't hardly get any of the credit for it.
Clock down to 41 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Page again in motion. This is going to be D'Elia straight ahead. D'Elia keeps those feet churning. He'll get to the 45-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. First down and 10.
They had two backs right into each other there. They almost lost the ball.
Yeah, I saw the ball almost came out. But D'Elia able to pick up the first down. And that might be it for the first quarter, because I don't think they'll have to run another play if they choose not to. Gallucci checks his wristband. I think he's just kind of killing some time here. 1 second differential on the play clock and the game clock. But they will run a play. This is D'Elia again, and D'Elia taken down after a short game. Joe Ragno once more after a 2-yard gain. And that should be the end of the first quarter here, as Richland leads 7-0 here at Mansion Park. And we want to give a nice big shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashbro Landscape and Curbing, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window and Door Company, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Soon Chong Medical Center, Dr. Edward DiMartino, DMD, The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX Screen Printing and Embroidery, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, Moore Family Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamond Company, The Fifth Eatery and Ale House, Laurel Auto Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholtz, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage Physical Therapy, Flair of Country, RNDT, Market Basket, Mahalco's, and Grayson Lawn Care. Thank you for a great year. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Just in case some of the fans might have seen the sponsors run on the bottom of the screen all year, we were asked not to run them tonight because we wanted to have a big screen for everyone to watch.
There you go. But we'll always mention our sponsors. We can't thank them enough. We can't do this without them. All right, so 2nd down and 8 as we're going to get underway here in the second quarter. Lucci back into the shotgun. And this will be handoff up the middle. D'Elia pawning forward. Pyle keeps moving over the 50-yard line to the 48-yard line of Richland. We'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
That right there is what McCourt and D'Elia do so well. As soon as they make contact, they keep the legs turning and keep going for more and more yards.
Always falling forward.
Yep. All right, ball at the 48-yard line of Richland now. But a big 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Crushers. They'll put Page in motion. Trying to get Richland to jump offside, and I think Richland made his point. He maybe
that's a false start.
Start here on the Crushers. So that's a huge. What was the 3rd down and 3 is going to be the 3rd down and 8 now.
Yeah, that could be the difference from a run up the middle to them having to pass again, which they might be a little timid to after the play that Arnold just made.
Guys, it's no longer a sprinkle. It's starting to pick up the rain.
Yeah, I can see the rain starting to fall now, yep. All right, 3rd down and 8 now for the Crushers. Ball back on their side of the field at the 47. They have to get to the 45-yard line of Richland to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw goes Lucci. Rush by Richland. Lucci gets this one away. Goes a little high for the man. Looking for Spontak. Good coverage there by Nepper. Ball fall incomplete and bring up a 4th down and 8. And Carroll, or the Crusher, is going to bring on the punt unit.
Yep. And we know from the first game that they're not scared to run a fake.
No, absolutely not. They ran a fake field goal the first time these two teams met. And the ball is at the 47-yard line of Richland, so it is pretty good field position. Jameer Christian back around his own 12-yard line. And this one will get punted away. Good punt, as Jameer Christian will let it go. And this one will go into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. Jameer Christian kind of just stayed away from that ball, put up his hands, let it bounce to the left of him, and it bounces into the end zone for the touchback.
Did it look like to you guys that the Crusher that was chasing after that kind of let up at the last second there when it took that short hop?
Yeah, I thought he did too.
Yeah, I think he might have been able to save that and put the Rams on the 1 rather they're starting on the 20, which is a huge difference in field position to start a drive.
All right, so 1st down and 10 for the Richland Rams. This is actually their 2nd possession of the game only. Their touchdown came on a pick 6 by Arnold McGarrell. The first possession, they were able to take the ball all the way down the 24-yard line of the Crushers before they got stopped on downs. So Jake Regan will go to work here again. 10:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Richland up 7-0. Regan into the gut of Mala, and again, that inside line of the Crushers is very tough. It's no gain on the play. I'm with Sponge. I think a good ball has got to start going in the air. We've got a lot of success with short passes.
Guys, got a double team on Arnold, and Alex Bond wasn't covered at all right in the middle of the field.
All right, so hopefully it's something to that they noticed as well, Sponge. 2nd down and 10. As we said, you're not going to run up the middle on the Crushers. It's just not going to happen. They'll put Arnold in motion now to the right side. And this is going to be Regan who keeps it himself, and Regan will go nowhere again. This is going to be no gain on the play once more, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Not sure what Richland's trying to do here. I'm a little stumped. They have a lot of momentum.
Yeah, we need to start hitting some quick hitters.
Yeah, they're just trying to run the ball up the middle. It's not working. They'll give them a yard, so call it 3rd down and 9, but they're at their own 20-yard line, own 21-yard line.
McCourt's best aspect is their boys up front. I just don't know why the Rams are going to keep going right at the boys up front when they have Jameer Christian and Alex Bond in single coverage almost every single play.
I know you want to keep them honest. I get that. But you also want to put yourself behind the sticks. And right now it's a big 3rd down and 9, and you're at your own 21-yard line. Jake back to throw, getting a heavy rush, and Jake is going to go down, sack on the play. And that's the danger you bring when you know you can bring heat when you have to pass it. And that was a good play there by number 2, John D'Elia, who's able to come in and take Regan down for the sack.
Yeah, now he's going to be punting into the wind as well.
Yeah, he's going to be almost in his own end zone.
Loss of 11.
As he's going to put this one
Quick
away.
passes.
And it worked so well in the beginning of this game, Sponge. That's what they came out doing. They didn't even put Mallet in the backfield. They put him out on as a wide receiver, as a lead blocker. And Richland was able to get big chunk yards, and they've not done it since. So Regan is in his own end zone. Low snap, but is able to get this one away. Good high punt. It'll bounce, and it'll take a McCourt bounce. And McCourt will have excellent field position as they're in Richland territory at the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10. So yeah, really not a good series there by the Richland Rams. 3 and out.
One thing that
The rains pick it up.
One thing that I did remember from the McCourt game earlier in the year was the fact that they used D'Elia to get down inside the red zone a lot of the times and then kind of veered away from him once they got down there.
All right, ball's going to be placed at the 34-yard line, so 1st down and 10. Again, the Crushers start in Richland territory. They'll put D'Elia in motion. This is going to be Gallucci who keeps it himself. No, this is number 7. That is Garrett Faribaugh, and he's taken down after maybe a yard gain to the 33, or bring up 2nd down and 9. And I think Faribaugh is in at quarterback now. I don't see Gallucci
Gallucci's out on the far end. He's the receiver on the far end.
Which is where he's been playing all year, is out at wide receiver. So they're going to give Faribaugh a chance here at quarterback. 2nd down and 9. 8 minutes remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And this is a handoff. I think this is Spontak. Tries that right side and really doesn't pick up much at all. I'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Josh Spontak on the carry.
In fact, I think he just got
Jameer
back
Christian on a tackle there.
Yeah, Jameer having a good game offensively as well as defensively. They'll give him a yard. They'll give him the 32, so 3rd down and 8 now.
3rd down and 8.
And again, Faribaugh is in at quarterback now for the Crushers, as Gallucci is lined up to the left as a wide receiver. D'Elia in the backfield. This is D'Elia. D'Elia got hit and went down as he crossed the 30-yard line. It's about the 29, or bring up 4th down.
Ragno went low, and Grayson finished them off.
So 4th down, and let's see where this is going to be.
That was a good
in about 5.
That was a good effort by D'Elia to shed that tackle by Tresnicki in the backfield, but him having to slow down to shed that, like Sponge said, gave the time for Ragno and Grayson to get there and meet him in the hole.
I believe this is Gallucci back in at quarterback now. Page will go into motion. This is Gallucci, and this might be either a timeout or is it a flag? It's false start on the Crushers. So the Crushers have been hurting themselves a little bit of penalties tonight. As it was going to be a 4th down and 5, is now going to be a 4th down and 10. As the rain falling a little bit harder here at Mansion Park. We were hoping the rain was going to hold off until later. Unfortunately, it is here. So big 4th down play as Gallucci is in an empty backfield. Gallucci back to throw. Richland breaking free to throw way up in the air into the end zone, and good coverage there by Jameer Christian. Will fall incomplete. Richland will take it over on downs at their own 34-yard line. So again, both teams have done a great job here tonight on 4th down against each other, giving each other nothing. And another turnover on downs. So we'll see if Richland adjusts their offense. They came out last time just trying to run the ball straight up the middle twice for virtually no gain and then got sacked on a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, but with the rain picking up and it looks like the wind's picking up a little bit now too, it's going to be tougher to throw the ball. So like Sponge said, they just got to keep going back to those quick hitters.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those quick hitting plays. You get your playmakers the ball in space and see what can happen. 1st down and 10. This is Joe McEnany out to that right side. Joe McEnany gets pushed ahead as he'll get over the 40-yard line. So pick up a 6 yards for Joe Mack.
There was a bobble on the handoff. Thank God Joe got it.
Yeah, he got it. They're able to secure it and pick up a good 6 yards. So 2nd down and 4.
I think Regan and McEnany have had troubles before on that type of handoff. I think there's been a couple fumbled handoffs on that in previous, and that would have been a horrible time for a fumble.
Clock down to 6:17 here in the 2nd quarter. Richland up 7-0. Has a 2nd and 4 at their own 40-yard line. As they're shading Arnold on the right side. This will be a handoff up the middle again and stopped quickly once again. For maybe that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. So it was a 2nd down and 4, is now a 3rd down and 6. And again, Richland just trying to run the football and having no success.
I think that was Caleb Rodriguez was in there.
Yeah, that's a shock. I mean,
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, he is just a beef eater. And you're not going to run up the middle. I can't say it enough. You're not going to run up the middle.
Not until you establish the quick hitters and the fact that you can pass like they did on the first drive.
Yep, so 3rd down and 6 now for the Richland Rams. Jake back to throw. Jake spinning for Jameer. Almost had looking for Jameer Christian. Helmet came off again. Almost a really good catch by Jameer Christian. Good throw by Jake Regan. And almost hauled in by Jameer Christian. And Richland forced to punt.
Looks like he needs to strap that helmet a little tighter.
4th down.
Well, I think the first one he got ripped off face mask. Yeah.
No, it was only a 5-yard penalty.
It was only incidental.
Yeah, it was
only a 5-yard penalty.
All right, so 4th down and 6 for Richland. I believe they're going to punt this one away, as it is Dresick back deep for the Crushers. He'll be at his own 30-yard line.
Just got to make sure it's a good snap here. Just get it away. Can't let McCourt start on Richland's half again.
All right, good snap, and the kick is away. Good high kick by Jake. And Dresick will let this go. This one's going to take an excellent Richland bounce right about the 10-yard line. So excellent punt by Jake Regan. Takes the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line.
Dresick almost looked like he lost it in the lights. He just kind of threw his hands up and let the ball go.
4:57 on the clock remaining here before halftime. 7-0 your score, Richland. And Richland will get the ball as we come out of halftime as well. So big series here for the Crushers. They've been stopped twice on 4th down. Has been forced to punt and threw a pick 6.
Yeah, what was that, about a 55-yard punt?
Yeah, it was a great punt.
Yeah.
Yep. And I believe this is Galucci back in at quarterback now. They tried Faraball before. I think this is D'Elia who's just going to try to ram his way forward and picks up maybe a yard or 2. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. They'll give him 2 yards on the carry.
Grayson on that tackle.
Grayson Mala able to make the tackle. Galucci back to the shotgun. High snap. D'Elia up the middle again. D'Elia nowhere again. Richland, excellent job up front. Joe Mack right around that ball carrier.
Considering he's had limited playing time, he's been making a huge impact on defense so far this game.
It's almost as if both teams are just going to say we're running it up the middle all night. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yep. 3rd down and 7. Well, I think the Crushers could be a little gun shy. We did pick up our touchdown was off an interception by Galucci. So maybe they're just a little gun shy. But passing situation here, 3rd down and 7. Galucci back to throw. Galucci throws this one out. Has a man. Dresick taken down. And it should be enough for the 1st down as, again, Jameer loses his helmet once again. So maybe it is time to strap that thing a little bit tighter. But a good throw there by Gallucci, able to pick up a first down to Dresick.
With the reception and first down.
Big first down by the Crushers. Ball out to the 21-yard line now. Clock down to 3:20 and counting here before halftime. Gallucci back to throw again. Joe Mack almost got it. Gallucci drops the football. Ashton Roberts at his feet. Gallucci hauls this one off to the right side, to the left side. It'll fall incomplete. So Gallucci did a good job of avoiding a sack. He lost the football. Ashton Roberts almost was able to get in and grab his feet, but Gallucci got that football away.
Joe Mack came flying in off the edge there. He had a free shot at the quarterback, but it was a really good job by D'Elia to step up there and eat that hit. I think Joe Mack pushed him probably 3 or 4 yards back, but it was a good block nonetheless.
All right, second down and 10. Good job by Gallucci, though. I'm telling you, he saved them a lot of yards and potentially possession of the football. Down to 3:01 on the clock before halftime. We'll put Page in motion. This will be Page on the sweep. Page cuts it back up the middle. Page has a little bit of space. As Page crossed the 30-yard line, we'll pick up another Crusher first down to the 32. First down and 10.
And 12. And first down.
As the clock rolls here with 2:45 remaining before halftime. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Crushers. First down and 10. Now going no, just in the pistol here, but they'll put Page in motion again. This is D'Elia up the middle. D'Elia lowers the head as he gets over the 35 to the 36.
The defensive line's doing a really good job right now, but Sponge, like you said a little bit earlier, he just falls forward on every single play, just keeps those legs churning. It's so hard for the defense to push him backwards when he has that much momentum going forward.
And when you're pushing Mala and Hollis forward, you're a pretty strong guy.
All right, they'll give him the 37, so second down and 6. Gallucci back to throw. Gallucci getting some pressure. Gallucci able to keep his feet and takes a hard hit down low. Good job. Good tackle by Jameer Christian. And Gallucci will take it to the 38-yard line.
Joe Mack was coming in up high and Gallucci just got out of the way.
Yeah, they'll give him the 39. I think that's kind of a generous spot there. But put the ball at the 39-yard line. Third down and 4. Empty backfield here for Gallucci. Back to throw. Quick throw. Has Page.
It's going to be enough for a first.
Yeah, should be enough for a first down. So Gallucci find a little bit of rhythm now in the pass game. He's got a couple big completions on this drive. Ball out to the 44-yard line. But the clock at 1:29 remaining before halftime.
Yeah, with getting the ball back right now, you're just trying to limit them to small.
Yep. Gallucci rolls out. Gallucci throws, and he's throws that one short. That'll fall incomplete. I think he was looking for number 4 out there, Braylon Wiley.
Ashton Roberts was bearing down on him.
Yeah, getting a lot of heat is Gallucci. He did a heck of a job, though. He got, because on the last play, he got hit at his ankles and was able to keep his feet.
And just like that, the rain has stopped.
There we go. 1:24 on the clock before halftime. Second down and 10. Gallucci, quick throw off the hands of D'Elia. Will fall incomplete. That was, is that Nate Pugh in coverage? Yeah, Nate Pugh in coverage. They'll bring up third down and 10.
And these incompletions stop the clock. We still have 3 timeouts if we can get this ball back.
Yeah, this is a big third down. You want to see if you can stop this drive dead in its tracks right now. This drive, though, started at their own 10-yard line. They are now out to the 44-yard line.
The Rams put in another defensive back to try and stop the pass here.
Yeah, Gallucci rolls out. Gallucci. Oh, nice play.
Did he pick it? Oh, okay.
That was really close. Great play by Jameer Christian. As he knocked the ball.
Great play by Jameer.
I thought for a second, because I lost him in the players, that he might have intercepted that.
Yeah, it was awful close. Great break on the ball by Jameer Christian, able to knock it out of the hands of Dresick.
He does a really good job of that. Just making sure the receiver doesn't catch it.
Be a nice time for one of Jameer's returns here.
Yeah, Jameer right around his own 18-yard line. As the Crushers going to punt. It's 4th down and 10. This punts away. It's a good high punt. Jameer back. He fields it right around his own 15. Tries to sprint out to the right. Good coverage there by the Crushers. Able to take Jameer Christian down right about the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. So 1st down and 10 for the Richland Rams. Excellent coverage by the Crushers.
43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
So 1:03 on the clock. Richland up 7-0. They do get the ball at the end as we come out of the break. So Richland has plenty of time and 3 timeouts, as you said, Dom, to see what they can do. But we'll see how cautious they want to be. If they want to be cautious, they've been very conservative game plan so far in this football game for both sides, really, I think. Empty backfield here, though, for Jake Regan. 1st down and 10. Arnold will go in motion. This would be a sweep to Arnold. That's going to be a flag. It's going to be motion.
False start.
Yep, little false start here on the Richland Rams. So 1st and 15.
I think that was on Nate Pugh.
Yeah, whoever was at the head of that bunch, I think, jumped a little early.
All right, so the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line now. 1st down and 15. Empty backfield once again for Jake Regan. Regan back to throw, looking for Jameer Christian, has him. Jameer Christian makes a couple of moves. He'll get over the 15-yard line to about the 17. See if they give him the 18 here. We'll see where they place this football.
Braylon Wiley on the stop of Jameer Christian.
Looked like a little bit of a late hit there, piling on.
Yeah, pretty darn close. They'll come out to the 18-yard line, so 2nd down and 8. Clock down to 32 seconds in running here before halftime. I think Richland's just going to be content to sort of just keep this one very conservative and take it into the locker room leading 7-0.
Just make sure you hang on to the football here.
Yep, Jake, quick throw. Has a man over the middle. This is Fitel. And Fitel will get over the 30-yard line.
There's that middle.
To about the 33.
It's wide open every time, Sponge.
Yeah, 15 seconds as the rain starts to fall again,
Yeah,
Sponge.
absolutely.
They'll give him the 34-yard line. And I think Richland's just going to take this one into the locker. I'm not going to run another play with 3, 2, and 1. So that'll be it for the first half. Very strange first half of football. Both teams playing very close to the vest. Very conservative football from what I thought we would see here tonight. 7-0 regardless of score, thanks to a 36-yard interception return by Arnold McCort-Carrol is the only score in this football game, Dom.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal play, especially looking back at it now. Both offenses haven't really moved the ball as well as they would like. So that one play puts the Rams up 7-0, and they get the ball going into half. Obviously, it was a huge play at the moment, but that looks even better now looking back on it.
All right, so we'll step aside here. Actually, we'll run down our sponsors.
Guys.
We're going to run down our sponsors just one more time real quick as we get Coach Bailey here. Our family with Coach Bailey.
Coach, defensive battle out there. It seems like neither team can run the ball.
Yeah, elements are kind of tough out here to throw it around, and 2 really good run defenses. It's a battle. If anyone loves football, it's a great football game, and we're excited to go into half, make some adjustments, and come out and try to win a district championship.
All right, good job.
All right, and before we go on break, we'd like to give a thank you to our sponsors. So thank you to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Aspro Landscaping Curbing, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window and Door Company, Cardolino Eye Care, Chan Soon Shong Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino DMD, The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX, Screen Printing and Embroidery, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, More Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamonds Company, The Fifth Eatery and Ale House, Laurel Water Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholt, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage Physical Therapy, Flair of Country, R&DT, Market Basket, Mahalka's, and Grayson Lawn Care.
Thanks. Good job, Dom, and thank you once again to our 2025 sponsors. We'll be back with you shortly as the halftime festivities begin here at Mansion Park. Again, your score, Richland leading 7-0, and they will get the football as we come back from half. Until then, you have been listening to the Richland Rams Football Network.
Hey, what? Hey, hey.
We're back to Mansion Park as the Richland Rams lead 7-0 after halftime. And really, it was a very conservative first half played by both teams. Maybe, as Coach said, it's not the best night of weather, so maybe both teams just afraid to put the ball in the air a little bit, but it's been a very conservative game plan. And the only score of the game is this 36-yard interception returned by Arnold McCort in the first quarter to put this game up 7-0 for the Richland Rams. Other than that, it's been a lot of teams just kind of trading, going off on downs, punting. Really, just not a whole lot of sustained offense. So long drives that get anywhere close to the goal line. We've gotten inside, right around the 20-yard lines of both teams, and then both teams able to hold true and stop on down. So we'll see what kind of adjustments are made. It looks like the rain is very much slowed down, if not at a stop again, as we come out of the half. So Dom, what do you see here coming up in the second half?
I think the offenses definitely need to make some adjustments. McCort, when they give the ball to D'Elia, are getting 4 to 5 yards every single play, so I don't see why they veer away from that. Like I said earlier, Galucci's just an athletic kid they're having at quarterback, not necessarily the best at throwing, so it's going to be tough for him to roll out to his left-hand side and make a good throw. And for Richland, I think that they need to just veer away from the run up the middle for a little bit. Go to the quick hitters, go to the jet sweeps to Jameer and Arnold. Get the ball to your playmakers in space, because running up the middle at McCourt's front is just not working at all so far.
Yeah, it didn't work the first time we played him. It's not working here, and that has a lot to do with number 55 for the Crushers. Caleb Rodriguez is just so good inside, so hard to beat, and he's controlling that line of scrimmage. So we'll see what Richland does as they will get the ball as we come out. And a good chance, Brian, I mean, if you can add another touchdown and go up 2 scores early in the third quarter, it could really put the Crushers in a situation they don't want to be in.
Yeah, absolutely, especially if the drive is not a quick drive, if you take a little bit of time off the clock. And if we had our choice of 7 points, in only 30 seconds, we're going to take the 7 points, right? But
yeah, for sure.
But absolutely, it's big to come out here and a drive right now and set the tone for the second half and dig McCort in the hole.
All right, so Richland back to return. This kick is going to be Jameer Christian and Arnold McCort kicking it away for the Crushers.
Doesn't look like there's any confidence in McCourt's kickers here. It looks like all the lines of the Rams are within like 5 yards of each other.
Trying to see the number of the kicker here. Can't really catch it.
Is it number 26, Avery Connor?
Avery Connor. Short kick fielded by Arnold McCort. Arnold McCort turns out of bounds as he got over the 35-yard line. So Richland in pretty good field position to start this drive.
Arnold McCort on return.
They will spot the ball probably right around either the 35, 36-yard line, somewhere right around there.
The wind is picking up, and it's at their backs right now. So this is the time to throw, I guess.
Yeah. All right, ball is at the 35-yard line. First down and 10. Richland just underway here in the third quarter. Yeah, so far. And we'll see if Richland comes out with any kind of adjustments, as we saw a lot of trying to run a ball up the middle for the majority of that second quarter. And this will be Jake Regan back to throw. Jake Regan getting some pressure. Jake Regan has to step forward. Jake Regan gets back for maybe a yard gain to the 36. So good job by Jake picking up positive yards. Good rush put on by the Crushers. So that's one thing, if you're going to throw the football, Dom, got to have good protection. And that time kind of broke down, and the Crushers be able to put some pressure on Jake.
Yeah, we talked a little bit at half about how we think that instead of dropping Jake back, we just give him the ball and let him get it to Jameer Christian or Arnold McCort as soon as he touches it. Those quick little hitters. Jameer made a couple nice plays on it earlier in the game, and Arnold hasn't had a catch yet on offense. So I think they should just go back to what's worked all year.
All right, second down and 9. Arnold will go in motion And this is Arnold McCort on a quick hitter. Arnold loses the football. And the Crushers have it. And that is number 3. Marquez Gordon able to pick up the fumble, and that's what you cannot afford to do. And Arnold McCort coughs up the football. Gordon able to pick it up. And that's a nightmare scenario for the Richland Rams coming out of the break. Up 7-0, and now you lose the ball on a fumble. And you set the Crushers now inside the 20-yard line. First down and 10 at the 18 of Richland. So good chance for the Crushers to get right back in this ball game and tie it up.
Crushers start out 1st and 10.
The ball was able to rip out of the hands of Arnold McCort. As Galucci will go back into the shotgun. And into the gut of D'Elia. D'Elia tackled from behind as he got 3 to the 15. Bring up 2nd down and 7. Yeah, that's what you could not afford. It's what you avoided in the first half, and unfortunately, second play of the third quarter, ball's out on the turf. And Carroll comes, keep saying Carroll, McCort comes up with it.
2, 2nd down and 8.
I think the Rams did make a halftime adjustment, though. Coming out, hitting a quick hitter on the second play of the drive. I think that's the halftime adjustment that the Rams needed, just so happened to be a fumble.
All right, this is D'Elia again, straight ahead. D'Elia taken down at the knees, picks up a short gain of about 2. Bring up 3rd down. And probably about 5.
D'Elia on the carry. Gain of 2.
So the Crushers set up deep into Richland territory off the fumble by Arnold McCort. 3rd down, and they'll call it 6. Ball at the 13-yard line. Empty backfield here for Galucci. They'll put D'Elia in motion. Galucci back to throw. Galucci getting some pressure. Galucci being tracked from behind and taken down. Great play there. I think it was maybe Nate Pugh.
Might see a field goal here.
That's about either no gain on the play. Going to bring up 4th down and 6.
Although they are into the win.
They're into the win.
Yeah.
And that was a bad spot. His knee hit the 15 as he lunged forward.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, Sponge. A little bit of
If they were on that again, number 6 Brady Page was wide open, not a defender inside on the right-hand side.
Also, bring 4th down and 6 upcoming. Galucci back to throw. Galucci has to roll out. Galucci rolling out to his left. Galucci keeping it. Richland able to take him down. Stop short of the first down. Richland Rams hold on defense. So after the turnover at their own 18-yard line, Richland able to hold true and stop the Crushers on 4 downs. And they'll take over 1st down and 10. So they're able to avoid disaster. But they'll take over deep in their own territory. Ball right around the 13-yard line. 1st down and 10.
After it looked like all the momentum had veered away from the Rams, defense did a great job and huge stand there, not letting McCort put up any points.
All right, so let's see if Richland can atone for the first mistake really of the ball game that they made, a big mistake. 1st down and 10. Here comes Richland straight up. That might have been, was that Nepper?
I think that was,
Or was that Joe Mack?
Joe Mack.
Gets a yard to the 14-yard line again. That is just play is not working. And Richland just keeps going right back to it. 2nd down and 9.
Caleb Rodriguez and Marquez Gordon were there to eat him up as soon as he got back to the line.
That line is so good, I'm telling you. You don't want to run there.
And they only have 4 down linemen too, so they still have 2 linebackers to make a play if the linemen miss.
All right, 2nd down and 9. They'll actually give them 2. They'll place the ball at the 15-yard line, so 2nd down and 8. Oh, and Regan took a shot. That is number 7, Faribaugh, who delivered the blow. He was in there quickly and just took Jake Regan a big
Somebody's got
shoulder.
a block. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Somebody missed an assignment. Faribaugh came untouched and just leveled Jake Regan, ball all the way back to the 10-yard line. 3rd down and 13 now for the Rams. Maybe it's where you want to look for Alex Bond. Alex Bond in single coverage out there for side left. along with Jameer Christian. They'll put Jameer Christian in motion now to the right. Back to throw goes Jake. Inside pitch to Grayson Malla. Grayson Malla able to turn a corner, and he'll pick up 4 back to the 14-yard line. He'll bring up 4th down, however, and Richland forced to punt.
Sponge, that's straight out of Penn State's playbook.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Out of bounds on the play. 4th and 9.
We just got to stop running up the middle. I mean, it's a waste of a down.
Yeah, right. And you're not gaining it right now. You're not gaining any yards. I mean, it just puts you behind the sticks again. You got to pick up something that's going to get you 3-4 yards at least and move that football. Jake Regan, good punt away again. Dressick back deep. Dressick will let it go over his head. Excellent punt once again, and a great Richland roll to about the 25-yard line. Great job. Great punt by Jake Regan. That was a big flip of field position. He punted that ball.
That was a 60-yard punt.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal punt.
He had a 55-yard punt earlier. This one is a 60-yard punt. So the Crushers have to start at their own 25-yard line. And a big shout-out to John Daly and Grady Chase, who are listening to the broadcast together. So great to have you guys listening and aboard. And Larry Selmer, who checked in as well, Brian. It says hello.
Oh, Larry.
Yes.
Hello, Larry.
A fellow golfer at Windber Country Club. First down and 10 into the hand of Page. And Page will go down at about the 28-yard line, maybe the 27, to maybe just a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8.
Well, we're doing shout-outs. My wife, Steph, and my son, Connor, and his girlfriend, Kenna, and my parents. They're all watching at home.
Yeah, loyal listeners. Is your family good to have them listening every week?
And while we're on that, I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for listening. I don't know if Patch is, but and I'd also like to thank all my grandparents listening in.
All right, 2nd down and 8. We'll put the lead in motion. Almost fumbled off the snap. And Gallucci able to turn us into some good yards. He has a 1st down and more as he carries the pile over the 40-yard line. So Gallucci almost lost the handle on the football and instead takes it to the 42-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Crushers. Lucky that the ball didn't go into the hands of the Richland Rams.
I think that actually worked out better for him because all the Rams were flowing right over to D'Elia because it looked like he was about to get the ball, but Gallucci did a good job of picking it up and reversing field for some big yards.
You got trips right. Watch for D'Elia coming left.
All right, and this will be D'Elia. And great Brody Hollis. Right into his arms, and Brody Hollis spins him down.
And
helps
Grayson
him back to his
Malla
feet.
clean him up. Grayson's got to have 20 tackles.
Yeah. Yep.
Remember what he did last time we were here? He had that slobber knocker on the kickoff.
No gain on the play. Or bring up 2nd down and 10.
Second down and 10.
Back to the shotgun goes Gallucci. They'll put Page in motion. This will be a pitch out, and it's going to be a loss of a play as they went to Page. Take the handoff, pitched it to Page, and Joe Mack able to make the play for a loss on the play.
Joey Rags, that was
Joey
Ragno.
Ragno was also in. Yeah.
Page's feet slipped out from him, but Ragno was right there.
Those are the conditions Coach Bailey was talking about right before went into half.
Ball all the way back to this 37-yard line. 3rd down and 15. Big play here. Back to throw goes Gallucci. Heavy rush coming in from the Richland Rams.
He could run for a
He's
long.
got some room, but Richland's going to stop him well short of the 1st down, push him out of bounds as he got close to the 45-yard line. Going to bring up 4th down, and I think they'll be forced to punt here.
Really good job by Jackson Fitel there to leave it as assignment, step up and make a play, not let Gallucci reset the chains.
Yeah, on a 3rd down and 15, you're going to give him a little bit of space. That's fine. He's got to come up and make the tackle. Richland did a good job of putting it away.
And number 1 was there also.
Go figure. Grayson Malla around that football as Dressick. We'll do the punting. Kick is away. Actually, it was Faribault, on the punt. And this ball is going to roll, and Richland's going to take over again deep in her
It
own
looked like,
territory. Good punt.
looked like Jameer was told to let it go.
You know what? I know you have a tendency. We've seen it over the years. They almost don't allow their guys to come up, and they don't want them returning it. But we've seen Jameer has been so good on those returns. But I get it in the conditions. You can't afford a muffed kick.
Yep. Yeah, a muff kick here is, they fortunately had a very short field, and Richland's defense came up big, but you don't want a muff here and end up with another short field. Because
So all the ball well way back to the Richland 12-yard line, first down and 10. We were down to 4:48 in the third quarter. The score at 7-0. There's been no offensive touchdowns in this football game. It was an Arnold McGarrett 36-yard interception return. That is the lone score. This will be a quick hitter out to Jameer Christian on the right side. Jameer Christian gets over the 15-yard line. Jameer Christian, a pretty good job. That's what you want to see, Dom, on a first down, is you actually move a little bit, pick up some yards. Jameer Christian, maybe a little cramp here on the sideline, and that would be a big loss.
It's a cramp, guys.
Yeah, I think so. They're kind of stretching out that bottom part of his leg. But Jameer had to pick up 7 yards on first down, bring up second down and 3. As Nate Pugh will go to the left side of the line.
I'd like to see them go NASCAR and go fast, too, once.
Yeah, pick up the tempo a little bit for sure. Is that wind down a little bit now, Sponge?
it looks like the flag's
I don't know what the problem is here.
No, it seems like the wind is down. Is that true?
Galucci just came off the field.
Yeah, they reset the clock.
They have D'Elia out on Arnold rather than in the middle of the field here.
The wind has died down.
Good. All right, let's see if Jameer's still getting a little bit of work on the sideline. Still stretching him out. Second down and 3. Quick hitter over the middle, and it's caught. And it should be enough for a first down.
I mean, someone's got to block 7 on the edge. He blew up Jake again.
Good job by Nate Pugh to hang on, though. That was a big hit.
And that'll move the 6th first down and 10. Richland, yeah, Nate Pugh did an excellent job. He took a pretty big hit as he made the catch, but it will hold on to the football. Still working on Jameer Christian on the sideline. Rolling him out with that rolling pin. He's trying to stretch out that calf. This will be inside handoff. Grayson Malla able to break one through. Grayson Malla finds a seam. And Grayson Malla tripped up as he got over the 45-yard line to the 47. So that's the first time it actually worked. Grayson Malla was able to find a little bit of a crease and able to break it and almost broke it all the way.
I think that was a result of D'Elia being out over Arnold McGarrett instead of in the middle of the field as well.
Well, they switched that up. Galucci was back in, and D'Elia went back to linebacker.
Okay.
Jameer Christian
I think that was who Grayson ran over.
Now Jameer Christian is back into the game. First down and 10. Richland with a big play on that down all the way to their own 47 now. First down and 10. Down to 2:58 and counting here in the third quarter of a 7-0 football game. Richland leading. Big throw, looking for that hit, looking for Arnold McGarrett. Had position and just a little overthrown as Galucci was in coverage. He had Arnold and just a little too long.
It looked like a good ball. It looked like it maybe got caught in the wind a little bit. I know it's down, but the flag is still blowing pretty good over there.
And maybe just sailed on him a little bit. He had Arnold open. That'll bring up second down and 10, but Richland took the shot down the field.
That wouldn't be a horrible play to come back to as well.
They'll put Jameer Christian now in motion to the left. Quick hitter to Jameer Christian. He has it. Jameer Christian over midfield. Jameer Christian makes a move. Jameer Christian over the 40 to 42nd down. Excellent job, Jameer Christian, to pick up another Richland first down.
You know, and Faribault hit Regan again there. He came in unblocked again.
Yep. Came in untouched. But Jake able to get that quick hitter away. And a good job.
That was Rodriguez.
Oh, there's a flag on the field. A couple Richland fans were up yelling. I have to imagine that's probably going to be a late hit.
That was a fingertip catch by Jameer Christian, too, able to hold on to that ball.
They're walking this way.
And we'll see what the flag is. What do we have?
It was unsportsmanlike.
Oh, did they call that on Jameer for a first down celebration?
They might have, and that's what we said about.
Yeah, you gotta
can't do.
you gotta be careful. Just give the football to the referee and go back to the huddle. You don't need to be doing anything like that. You can't afford to do that. You picked up a huge first down,
While I agree with that, that's
and now it comes back.
that's that's weak.
I've seen McCord do it a couple times.
You know, but,
Yeah.
but don't do it. That's the whole point. I don't care how weak it is. You don't even put yourself in that situation. Make the catch, hand the ball to the referee, and go back to the huddle. Because that was a promising, drive. You're inside the 30-yard. Now you're all the way back on your own side of the 50. First down and 10 anyway, but back to the 48-yard line of Richland. Jake Regan faked a quick throw. Jake Regan has to roll out himself. Jake Regan over midfield before he's pushed out of bounds. That's
there it is.
And there it is. That's not a smart play there by the Crushers. So the Richland will get that yardage back as they hit Jake Regan way late out of bounds. So 15 yards will be marked off, and Richland will pick up a first down.
Did you guys catch a number on that?
I did not.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. They said a number that's not on the roster. Oh, they were saying the 31-yard line.
Oh. I think it was Spontac and D'Elia in the area. I'd have to imagine probably one of those two got it.
Mark Sykes also listening in, so Mark, glad to have you aboard. First down and 10, Richland. There's a screenplay set up and almost picked off. Jake had to get rid of that football. That was big pressure coming in from Faribault. Once again, 7 has been untouched a couple of times. Is somebody missing an assignment over there, Sponge?
Apparently.
I mean, that's like the third time that Faribault has come in untouched.
On a screen, you're supposed to at least hit him.
Yeah, at least chip him a little bit and slow him down. Better bring up second down and 10. Ball at the 31-yard line now of Richland, or of McCort. We have 2:11 on the clock here, meaning in the third quarter.
Shout out to my mother-in-law. She's listening, and my wife's friend Amy is listening in Pittsburgh.
Oh, sweet. And we have a little bit of a player in the backfield. They're gonna McCort pointing Richland's way. Richland wasn't even set yet, so I'm not sure about this, Brian. But 34 was all the way, ran the whole way in the backfield. Luke Stevens came the whole way into the Richland backfield. And then everybody on McCort just started pointing at Richland, but Richland wasn't even set yet. They were looking at the sideline for a play. If they want a number, I'll give it to them. It's 34 on red.
They're calling in a deep official to this conference, and I don't understand why. He's not even looking, or shouldn't be, looking at the interior line at all.
I mean, this looked pretty obvious to me. And, of course, you're trained just to point the other side. When you're offside, just point and say somebody moved. Big conference here at the 40-yard line with the referees.
I think the officials are getting boos from both sides now.
Yeah, I mean, I said this looked like a pretty easy call to me. Oh, they called delay a game on Richland.
Wow.
Yeah, we weren't paying attention to the the play clock, so that seems pretty lame to me, as they didn't call that until 34 is in the backfield touching the quarterback.
That's why they called the deep guy in to ask the play clock expired, but I don't know.
Where was his flag, though?
That's again. Yeah,
I don't get it.
He should have had a flag up in here, or maybe he didn't because the lineman's flag. But
all right, second down and 15. In any rate, Richland going to have to bounce back from that call. Jake Regan, I think it was a busted play, and Jake Regan able to just push his way forward towards the 35-yard line, maybe pick up a yard. Bring up third down and 14. So, again, everything looks like a promising drive at one point, and then both teams just kind of sputtering. See if Richland decides to take a shot down the field here. Would you think 2 down territory here, Dom?
Jake Regan's looking like he's hurt a little bit.
Well, he's taking a couple of big shots from Faribault.
Yeah, I think this is 4 down territory here. I think you just try and make this a little bit more manageable. Unless they get down to, no, I don't see any reason that the Rams wouldn't go for this on 4th down.
Yeah, you're at your own 35, or you're at the McCourt 35-yard line. And he has Jameer streaking over the middle. Jameer Christian taken down as he got over the 25-yard line.
Sponge, that was the play I was talking about at half. It was wide open the first time. Jake just threw it a little over Jameer's head, hit him again there. That's a huge pickup.
Yeah, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're
Short
going
of the
quick.
sticks. Got 4th down and short. Grayson Malla pushes forward. Grayson Malla should have enough for a 1st down, I believe, if the spot is correct at the 20-yard line. He'll have a 1st down. So great job, Richland. 1st down and 10. Yeah, Jake is hurting. I don't know what's hurting on Jake, but he's bending over every time, but he's hanging in there, Sponge.
Yeah, he's taking a couple shots. He's also taking a couple late shots this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm not
sure
sure what's hurting on Jake though. Like he's jumping around. He threw a really good ball.
It's a leg, it looks like.
Yeah, he's coming off now, and they'll put Joe Mack in the game, and it'll be Grayson Mallow who'll go in at quarterback, give Jake a little bit of a breather, let him rest up. Whatever's hurting, he'll get looked at on the sideline. But he threw a great ball.
The only thing now is that
slant.
McCourt knows that Richland's probably going to run the ball here.
1st down and 10. This is Grayson Malla out to the right side. Grayson Malla lowers the head as he got to the 19-yard line as he took Page out. Yeah, without Jake, Jake's going to come right back in the game, I believe. Now they're going to hold Jake back. He wants to go back in.
That's going to be the end of the quarter.
I
That's why
didn't
they're
see the
holding.
clock is moving really quick.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. 7-0 your score. And what we knew it was going to be a really good game, but I don't know if we ever expected no offensive touchdowns in a 7-0
Through
score.
3 quarters,
Yeah.
no. And we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors. First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashbro Landscape and Curbing, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window and Door Company, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Sun Chung Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD, The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX Screen Printing and Embroidery, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, Moore Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamonds, The Fifth Eatery and Ale House, Laurel Auto Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholt, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage Physical Therapy, Flair of Country, RNDT, Market Basket, Mahelko's, and Grayson Lawn Care.
Great job, Ryan. And we want to shout out to Frank and Judy Petruzik, who are also listening. They are loyal listeners, so glad to have you guys on board as well. And their neighbor is Stone Magus.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And Mark, if you're listening, don't 3-putt.
You get the snake if you do.
You do. You get the snake.
That's right. You get the snake. He wants to institute that when we play in the simulator, and I'm not sure if we want to do that. I can maybe with the team next to us we can do that with, but on your own team, I don't know if we want to do that. All right, so Richland will come out 2nd down and 8 at their own 19-yard line.
Guys, it's all about who wants it more in this quarter.
Yeah, it's at the McCourt 18-yard line, excuse me, as Jake Regan back into the game now. Pistol formation with Malla in the backfield. First play of the 4th quarter. This will be Grayson Malla. Grayson Malla lowers the head. Grayson Malla over the 15-yard line to about the 13. And maybe starting to wear him down a little bit, Dom, as we've seen Grayson pick up some yards up the middle all of a sudden.
Yeah. There might have been a method to the madness, guys.
I'd like to see the NASCAR to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going at them.
Yeah, if they got hands on their hips, maybe wearing them down a little bit. But a 3rd down and manageable, 3rd down and 3 for the Richland Rams. They're at the 13-yard line of the Crushers. And this is Malla again. Malla straight ahead. And this is maybe where you think field goal now, Dom. The ball is going to be right around maybe the 12-yard line.
Absolutely.
Maybe a 29-yard field goal.
Wind's blowing in her face.
Mitchell's got plenty of leg, though. But how much wind do you think it's going to affect the ball that much from that distance, Sponge? Because this is a chance to go up by 2 scores.
I don't think, but he's not kicking.
I still think Mitch could hit this, and taking a 2-possession lead in a game like this would be a huge shift of momentum going into the rest of this.
Yeah, they're going to go for it on 4th and 2. They'll put Joe Mack to the right. And there it was. McCourt jumps off sides and will give Richland a first down. And this one is not in question. 5-yard penalty. So, again, a method to the madness as Richland picks up the first down. I would have leaned towards kicking the field goal myself, but they know better than we do, Dom, and the first down, Richland Rams. Ball, 1st and goal now at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7.
Jameer Christian spread out far to the right. Arnold here to the left. 1st and goal from the 7. McInerney in motion. Inside handoff to, actually, was that a keeper by Jake?
Yes.
Yeah, so Jake kept it. So it's good to see Jake. He came off earlier with looked like maybe a little leg injury. He was back out there and kept the ball and got to the 5-yard line. First down and goal now from the 5.
I think that's what Richland's intention was, to try and catch him off guard. They saw Jake come off a little earlier in the game with a leg injury. Probably weren't expecting him to carry that one right up the gut.
Yep, they'll actually just place him at the 6. So 2nd down and goal now from the 6-yard line come the Richland Rams.
Sponge, Jameer would be wide open on a quick hit slant right now.
9:53 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Richland leading 7-0. The only score of the game, as Brandon Bailey will call timeout.
They seem confused on the play, so good timeout. Good timeout. You get 3 of them.
Right, the play clock was down to 3 seconds.
Yes.
So really good call by Brandon Bailey that time. You don't want to take another 5-yard penalty. Jameer Christian has his hands up in here. I think he was thinking the same thing you were thinking, Dom, is I'm wide open over here. All I got to do is make one turn in, hit me with a quick throw, and it's an easy score.
Yeah, he's super shifty. One-on-one coverage almost never works on him, so I think he trusts himself and he trusts Jake to make a good throw. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be a touchdown.
Yep. The only score of this game, again, is just a 36-yard interception return by Arnold McGarrah. So we've had both offenses unable to get the ball into the end zone or even get it where they kick a field goal.
When I was hoping for, or when I thought this was going to be a really, really good game, I did not mean 7-0.
I didn't either.
I meant like 25-35, 35-42, a high-scoring game. Both of these are high-powered offenses who have put up well over 50 points each so far this year in a game. So I was just expecting a little more scoring, but it looks like they both spent a lot of week preparing on defense for the high-powered offenses, and defensive schemes are working out really well tonight.
All right, 2nd down and goal. From the 6 after the
watch for the screen to Arnold here.
Now we're going a bunch to the right and bunch to the left.
Or Jameer, because they have Ashton Roberts.
Over the middle. Wide open! And just the throw was just not quite good enough as they had Nepper wide open in the end zone. And Jake just over to throw him. Nepper was wide open. And Jake just couldn't quite deliver the football to him. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Great play call. And it was there for him and just sailed a little high on Jake. Nepper will come out now as Jackson Feitel will check in.
Yeah, I thought that was going to Jameer because they had Ashton Roberts out in front of Jameer.
All right, that's that same set we saw before the first down. And now they're going to shade somebody towards Jameer now and take that little play away.
Taking timeout again. Coach signal timeout.
All right, so Coach Bailey will call a timeout again. And actually, it's a great timeout. This is your chance to go up 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
In the 4th quarter with 9:40 left. You don't want to take any chances here. And if you're not sure, burn the timeout. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 6.
Is this time for a trick play?
I don't know if it's, I don't know.
Model type thing?
I think he probably just wanted to see how the defense was going to line up against that formation, and if he has a play, that he thinks will work against that formation, or if, he doesn't, figure out what formation you want to come out in.
This is a huge part of the football game right now, though. Richland, to me, cannot afford to come away without points. And maybe if you don't get it here, Dom, or if you lose yardage, maybe you think about putting Mitchell Timsick out here and at least making this a 2-score game at some point.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. I don't think if you get 2 or less yards here or even go backwards, I think you march out Mitchell Timsick and just take your 2-possession lead. Because McCourt has not been able to move the ball so far on offense.
All right, so here we go. 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Jameer Christian will go in motion to the right. Reagan will roll out that way. Now it's an inside handoff to Grayson Malla. Grayson Malla's still on his feet.
Oh,
he
what a
wants
will.
that end zone. He wants it. And he's in. No, he's not in.
nope,
They
he's
put him
short.
down at the half-yard line. I thought Grayson Malla had it.
No, he had that.
I thought he had it. He just did not want to be denied. He kept moving his feet. I thought Grayson Malla had enough.
And here come the boos from the Richland side.
But they're going to mark him at the half-a-yard line. So 4th down and goal from the half-yard line. Joe McInerney will check in.
Grayson wants it so bad. Just give it right to him up the middle. I don't.
He wanted that so badly. He was dragging people, and I thought he was in. But again, we're not down on the goal line, so we can't tell.
Play clock winding down fast.
Yeah, it was down to 3 seconds again. I think it's McCort calling timeout this time. It is.
Yep. Well, that's good. That
was really good for the Rams because I think that play clock was going to run out.
Oh my goodness! I thought he had it.
We're going to go to the replay review here.
Yeah, that was really, really close. I mean, I thought he got in.
I don't think he did.
No, he was short. That's a good call.
You know, looking at the replay, yeah.
I thought he had it on the first effort, and they pulled him back out.
Yeah, they had his arms. He could not reach the ball over. So yeah.
On the other side, phenomenal job by McCort defense there. A bunch of guys got to the ball. Grayson Malla did not want to go down at all. It took 4 McCort defenders, but it was a good job for them to all get over there and not let him in the end zone.
And here comes the rain again, falling with 8:49 here remaining in the 4th quarter.
But if it was college or pro, Arnold could have pushed him in.
Yeah, do the tuna push, yep. It is 4th down and goal from the half-a-yard line. Richland looking to go up by 2 touchdowns here. But this is a huge, huge play of this football game. Make no mistake about it.
Quarterback sneak.
Well, they're going to take Jake out of the game here. And they're going to go heavy with McInerney. And it'll be Grayson Malla. This is where I put Grayson under center maybe. And just push him forward. But
I think they're going to go away from Caleb Rodriguez, try and go to the right-hand side here.
they need a half-a-yard for a touchdown. Grayson Malla off the right side. He's in, but there's a flag, I believe.
They call false start.
They call false start on Richland.
Full start on the offense.
Oh, man. Yeah, now you got to go. Yep, they're sending Mitch.
Yeah, this is where you got to put Mitchell Timsick here.
It's kicking. We're kicking.
Yeah, it's the right call. You got to go up 2 scores here. Yeah, I'm not sure who moved on Richland, but they got Richland on a false start. So that was a
Who'd they
huge,
call that on?
we don't even know. They don't give numbers, so I don't know who moved on Richland. Did they maybe say was Joe Mack not set? Is that what it is? If he didn't set himself?
No, because
I don't think he has
one. You can have one person in motion at the
All right.
snap.
All right, so Mitchell Timsick will be on it, kick it a field goal here. It's a 23-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, kick is up.
That might have been left.
It's going to be no good, so they miss it. Mitchell Timsick cannot put Richland up 2 scores. It was just wide left. So it remains a 7-0 game.
Score remains at 7-0.
Wow. Richland had it all the way down to the half-yard line on 4th down and goal and took a penalty on a motion.
Watching that back, I don't think any Ram jumped on that
Yeah,
play.
I didn't see any motion at all. I didn't see anybody flinch. I'm trying to look for it on the far side. If Jameer moved at all on the outside there.
Let's go!
I didn't see anything on that call. But
I mean, maybe Ryan Rakita lifted up his legs a little bit, but I don't think that's enough to warrant a false start.
Well, at any rate, here we go. 8:47 on the clock. McCort takes over off the missed field goal attempt by the Richland Rams. 7-0 your score. Gallucci rolls out. Gallucci quick throw and a quick tackle made out there by the Richland Rams. D'Elia was made the reception, and it was Nepper who took him down. Ball out to the 25-yard line, actually 24-yard line.
I'm not quite sure why McCort keeps rolling out Gallucci to his left. He's obviously not a quarterback. He's missed a couple easy passes already today. If you're going to roll him out, why don't you roll him out to the wide side of the field, which would also be the side easier for him.
All right, 2nd down and 6. The Page in motion into the gut of D'Elia. D'Elia, good job by the Richland Ram defensive front. Takes D'Elia down for a short gain to the 27. Maybe 27-yard line looks like.
I think there's some words being exchanged right now. I think the Rams just need to get back on their side of the ball.
Yep.
Can't afford any yards.
No, that's a big third down. Third down and 3. You can force another punt. And you know, time is Richland's friend here and McCourt's enemy. 7:47 remaining in the ball game.
You need 3 yards. I think you just give it to D'Elia here.
Lucci back to throw. Lucci over the middle. Dresick has it taken down, but it will be enough for the first down. Good slant play run. Jameer Christian was in coverage and made a tackle, but Dresick able to pick up the first down to the 35-yard line.
Jameer Christian on the stop.
They'll give him the 36. First down and 10. Heavy in the backfield here with 2 backers now. With Gallucci. Gallucci back to throw. Gallucci has to roll out. Gallucci throws. Has a man, Dresick, into Richland territory, taken down by Jameer Christian at the Richland 35-yard line. A big first down, big play made. That's the biggest play made by McCourt in this football game. Big reception.
32-yard completion.
Down to the 32-yard line of the Rams. There comes McCourt.
That was a must-need catch out of Dresick and a must-need throw out of Gallucci. Good job to connect there for big yards.
Oh, yeah, it was a good throw, good catch. And at the 32-yard line comes the Crushers. 7-0 your score with 6:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Empty backfield here now for Gallucci. Gallucci back throw, flag out on the play.
There's going to be a legal shift or a legal motion here.
Page makes the catch there on the far left side, but there was a flag. We'll see what the call is going to be. Yeah, it's a legal shift. I think Brian got this one right on the head.
Got a latent shift on the offense.
So it's coming back. This will push the ball to the 37-yard line now of the Rams. 6:27 is what's left here in the fourth quarter of a 7-0 football game. Richland had a golden opportunity to go up 2 scores. Got called for a false start on 4th and goal from the half-yard line. Tried a field goal and missed it. Gallucci up the middle. Gallucci taken down at right around the 32-yard line. Gets back to 5 yards that they gave away on the penalty.
It was both cameras.
Yeah, 5.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. As the rain continues to fall here from Mansion Park.
Lost both cameras.
Empty backfield for Gallucci. Gallucci back to throw. Gallucci rolls out to his right, looking down the field. Gallucci throws this one. Has D'Elia. D'Elia makes the grab. D'Elia taken down at about the 2-yard line. Now they can give him the 5 before he stepped out of bounds. So Gallucci finding his rhythm with the passing game, able to find a wide open D'Elia. That was the play. Kind of missed him earlier in the game. This time he hits it.
Joe Mack was on him and let him go to come up to try to get Gallucci.
So 1st down and goal now from the 5-yard line. Come the Crushers. Their biggest possession in Richland territory of the football game.
1st and goal at the 4.
The ball is actually at the 5. 1st down and goal. Almost lost. Page almost lost the handle. Page is into the end zone though. So Page almost lost it off the handoff and was able to get into the end zone for a McCourt touchdown. 7-6 down your score pending the extra point. How the game has turned. You know, Richland had all the momentum, had a 4th and goal from the half-yard line, wiped out by a motion penalty, and then a missed field goal, a 23-yarder by Mitch Timsick, hit it wide left.
This is a huge extra point, though. He does need to drill this.
Yep, it is massive. The good thing is he's going with the wind at his back, as this is Avery Connor. Low snap, kick is up, And the kick is good, so 7-7 now your score. As Connor put it through. Now Richland's going to have to come back and answer the score. We got us a ball game here, boys. 5:26 in the fourth quarter, and McCort with life. They got a lot of momentum off of that stop and able to take it all the way down the field. Ends up in a 5-yard run from Page. Brady Page. The first offensive touchdown of this football game.
Once again, though, McCort gets down inside the red zone and just veers away from D'Elia. I know it works out there, but if this game if they get back in the red zone, I don't know why they wouldn't give it to D'Elia again.
Well, Richland's going to have the ball, and we'll see what they can do with it. They got to put some sort of points on the board. I mean, 5:26 on the clock. You got to answer that score right back. But very impressed with Gallucci on that drive. He made some really nice throws. And
all the lights are on the entire.
Yeah, that was the best pass he had all night.
yeah, they were able to move the football and hit some big plays, which they've not been able to hit all game long. All right, so Connor on to kick it off to the Richland Rams. Christian and McGarrett back deep for the Richland Rams. 7-7 your score here from Mansion Park for the District 6 2A title. Fielded by Jameer Christian at the 10-yard line, but over the 20 to 25, over the 30 to 35, the 40. He cuts it back, keeps coming. He's over midfield. Great return by Jameer Christian.
Phenomenal field position.
48-yard line. So Richland set up on a great return by Jameer Christian. Would not go down.
Oh, Joey Ragner's a little banged up, limping off the field slowly.
And he seems to be okay, though. He's coming off on his own power. It's a good sign. And the good thing, Joey Ragnar doesn't play offense for the most part, so you get him a little breather. But what a return by Jameer Christian. Fielded at his own 10-yard line and taken all the way to the 48-yard line of the Crushers. So Richland looking to answer the score by Bishop McCort with 5:12 remaining in the fourth quarter of a 7-7 game.
The only thing now is that Regan is now throwing into the wind. So that could be a factor when they're throwing the ball down the field here.
All right, so Jake Regan back into the shotgun here. Keeps it himself, and Jake Regan has a big hole as he gets knocked down right around the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 36. First down and 10, Richland Rams. Good keeper there by Jake Regan.
And a first down.
Inside 5 minutes now remaining in the fourth quarter of a 7-7 football game. Nepper is in the backfield here with Jake Regan. Grayson Mallett, I think, is out to the right as a wide receiver. Quick throw out to Arnold McGarrett. Arnold McGarrett turns on the chest. Arnold McGarrett has the corner. He's got the 10, the 5. It's a Richland Rams touchdown. Arnold McGarrett. So Richland able to answer the McCort score with one of their own. 13-7 your score. Penny the extra point. Boy, they cleared everything out. It was only Arnold McGarrett out in Space Dome. And once he got the legs going, it wasn't going to be stopped. And now a big extra point once again upcoming for the Richland Rams. Mitchell Timsick just missed a 23-yard field goal earlier in the same direction. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and this one is going to be good. So 14-7 now your score as Richland virtually took not a whole lot of time, a little over a minute or so. With 4:34 remaining on the clock, Richland goes up 14-7. And I'll run down our sponsors once again for this season. We cannot thank them enough. You would not be listening to this or watching this without them. Thank you also to the football boosters. Thank you to Grayson Lawn Care, Mahalco's, Market Basket, RNDT, Flair of Country, Vantage Physical Therapy, Slovenian Savings and Loan, State Senator Wayne Langerholtz, RPM Signs, Laura Autogrip, the 5th Eatery and Ale House, Precious Metals and Diamond Company, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Moore Family Dentistry, Next Gen Amusements, Johnstown Insider, FX Screen Printing and Embroidery, Erie Insurance, FWF Insurance, The Willow, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD, Chin Soon Chong Medical Center, Cardellino Eye Care, Best Window and Door Company, Beauty Lawn, Beeline Express Trucking, DB Homes, Ashboro Landscape and Curbing, Advantage Auto Service, Advanced Office Systems, Able Pest Control, First Team Advertising, and First Summit Bank. (14-7) your score here is Richland Rams. Arnold McCort on a 48-yard scoring play.
It seems like he took his bad week against McCort earlier in the year personally. That's 2 huge plays out of Arnold McCort tonight.
All right, so Mitchell Timsick to kick it off to Dressick and Page back deep for the Crushers. 4:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. Timsick kicks this one away. Picked up by Dressick. Dressick gets to the 30. He's taken down just shy of the 35-yard line.
Looks like Joey Ragner's all right as he came down and made that play there.
Yep. And we'll see. I mean, McCort did a really nice job of throwing the football on their touchdown drive. Gallucci was able to make some big plays with his arm. We'll see if Richland makes any adjustments to that as the ball is placed at the 33-yard line of the Crushers. First down and 10.
There's a 10 to 33.
4:27 now on the clock here in the fourth.
I just think that Gallucci's been too inconsistent throwing the ball tonight for them to have to rely on him throwing the ball in the last drive of the game.
Well, they're going to go empty backfield here now. See if Richland can put any kind of pressure here on Gallucci. And Gallucci going to keep it himself and tripped down as he got over the 35-yard line to the 36.
Grayson.
Second down and 7.
Grayson Mallon.
I don't know, Sponge. It seems like he wants it the most out of anybody on the field right now.
Yeah, they'll actually give him the 37, so second down and 6. Clock at the 4-minute mark now of the fourth quarter. The Crushers trailing 14-7. Empty backfield once again for Gallucci. Gallucci back to throw. Flag on the play. Motion.
False start.
And that's about the 5th false start here on the Crushers.
That's huge.
That one hurts, yeah. Second and 6 all the way back to a second down and 11 now.
They're calling that on the split end here on the near side.
At Dressick. All right, so the ball back to the 32-yard line of the Crushers. Second down and 11. Gallucci back in the shotgun, empty backfield. Gallucci back to throw. Gallucci steps up, throws it out to the sideline, over the hands of D'Elia. It was Joe McEnany in coverage. They'll bring up a third down and 12. Third down and 11, excuse me. Clock at 3:25 now.
I think the Rams are summoning an extra defensive back to try and prevent McCort from getting to the chain and resetting it.
Jameer's got to watch that slant.
Yeah, you got to be very, very cognizant of that man busting inside. Absolutely.
And here comes the rain again.
Yeah, rain's starting to fall heavy again here. It's coming in spurts tonight. Over the middle. Caught, but taken
That's
down
stuffed.
quickly.
Now do you go forward or do
Braylon
you punt
Wiley
it?
made the catch at about the 36-yard line. We'll see if they spot this.
No matter what.
The 37, it's going to bring up a fourth down and about 6.
McCort still has 2 timeouts.
Yeah, fourth down and 6. And McCort
It looks like they're going to take one.
Yeah, this is they'll have one left after this. Big spot of the ball game though. 3:03 on the clock. It's fourth down and 6. You're at your own 37-yard line. If you don't pick this up and you go down on downs, you give Richland the ball in your own territory. Brian, play coach here. What are you doing?
Well, before, when I had 2 timeouts, I was going to punt it. But now that I only have 1, Yeah, you pretty much painted yourself into a corner here to go for it.
Yeah, now you got to go for it, especially because there's no 2-minute warning, is there?
No.
There's not. So there's only one. You only have one time or one ability to stop the clock.
Right.
So, and even if they do get it back, McCourt hasn't been able to throw the ball consistently all night long. So even if they do get it back with time left on the clock, I don't think that they're going to be able to march down and score.
All right, so there we go. 4th down and 6. 3:03 on the clock in the 4th quarter. Galucci, but now D'Elia is in the backfield. They've been going empty the whole time. This time they're going to put D'Elia back in the backfield.
Watch releasing him late out in the flat.
No.
Richland
that won't give the first down.
Richland flinched a little bit.
Oh, man.
4th and 2.
A 4th down and 6, a 4th down and 1 now. Yeah, that's a big play.
Yeah, it was out on the far end. He took a step into the neutral zone.
Yeah, once you break that neutral zone, usually
Yep.
the flag comes out. So they're going to call it a 4th and a long one.
Now what? Now they're just going to go back to.
Now you go back to D'Elia. As
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, you only need a yard now to pick up a first down.
But look at how many guys the Rams have in the box right now. They have everybody and their mom ready for D'Elia right up the middle.
Yeah, they're stacking this thing up. Up the middle goes D'Elia. D'Elia stuffed.
Absolutely
I
stuffed.
don't think he got it. And they're not blowing
No,
the
that's
whistle.
stuffed.
What are they doing?
Stop. His forward progress is stopped.
I don't
That's
think he picked it
stuffed.
up. I think he stopped short of the sticks. And Richland will take over on downs.
They did blow the whistle. It was so loud we couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness, that's where people that's where people get hurt. So Richland able to stop the Crushers on downs.
That's the biggest play of the game so far.
That is massive. As Richland will take over, that's a huge stop.
Grayson Malla hit him first, and then the swarming defense
Yeah, he was not going to
all
let
came
go.
up after.
If D'Elia even got to the line there, he was definitely going to get it with his offensive line pushing him. But Grayson met him in the backfield. The offensive lineman couldn't even get behind D'Elia to push him for a first down.
All right, so time
Let's
on the
break
clock
one
is
here and end it.
All right, the time on the clock is 2:53. Richland has the ball at the 42-yard line of the Crushers, up 14-7.
Now you just got to make sure you hold on to the ball.
Malla going to roll out to that side. Grayson Malla over the 40-yard line, taken down
Yep, he's inbounds.
after a short gain of about 2 or 3. That's what you got to do, just stay in bounds. Keep those legs turning, but stay in bounds.
2 first downs, I think we need.
Yeah, he'll take it to the 39-yard line, give him 3 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
If you're McCourt, when do you take your timeout?
They only have 1, so yeah, I mean,
You got to take it on a 3rd down, right? Or a 4th down.
I think they may take it here if they hold him to less than 3 yards.
Yeah, Richland going to let this play clock run down. It's at 10 seconds now.
This
Time
one-
on the game clock is at 2:11.
This is just going to be a Grayson keeper to the right-hand side.
2nd down and 7. Grayson Malla to that right side. Grayson Malla lowers the shoulder. Grayson Malla gets to about the 35-yard line
And
before
there
he's
it
taken
is.
down.
There's the timeout.
And there is the timeout. Yep.
If we get a first
It's going to
down.
bring up 3rd
Yep,
down
it's
and
just
short.
the first. It's just going to be this first down.
Yeah, it's going to bring 3rd down and short. The Rams, when they come out of this timeout, will be 3rd down and 3.
This personnel is working flawlessly.
Yeah.
Nepper, Malla, and Joey Mack in the backfield there. I don't see any reason to veer away from it.
Richland needs to get to the 32-yard line. The ball is at the 35, so 3rd down and 3 with 2 minutes exactly on the game clock here, with Richland leading 14-7. Another first down would probably salt this game away. And if you're Richland, you can take 2 cracks at this.
Yeah, absolutely.
you could.
Absolutely.
You're
Yeah,
already
you're
in
not letting- 'cause
McCourt's
if it goes in
part
the
of the
end
field.
zone, it's 12 yards.
All right, so big 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Richland Rams. Again, this is for the District 6 2A title.
Yes.
And what a ball game it's been. 2 offensive touchdowns and 1 defensive touchdown in this ball game. Richland leading 14-7. Grayson Malla lined up at quarterback. 3rd down and 3. into the gut of Joe McEnany. Joe McEnany takes
going to be
down,
short.
And Joe Mack is short. Joe Mack couldn't quite get going. It's actually a loss on the play. They'll bring up 4th down and about
I think you have to
3.5.
I think you got to put Jake Regan back in the game here.
Do you dare punt the ball?
3rd down
Pin
and
'em
4.
down?
Yeah, if you could pin them deep, and they haven't been able to throw the ball consistently at all.
Yeah, you're at 1/3. When they don't have to snap this ball to right around the 115 mark or so. 4th down and 3.5. They'll put Joe Mack in motion to the right. And I wonder if Brandon's just going to call a timeout, which he's going to do. He's waiting. And Coach Bailey going to call a timeout with 1:14 on the clock. And, yeah, I would actually think about punting this ball away, to tell you the truth, and make them have a long field. If you don't pick it up, you're giving them a shorter field. I make them go 80, 90 yards with under a minute to play.
You do have to, if you're going to punt it, though, you got to make sure it doesn't go into the end zone. You got to get all your guys down there.
Even at that, if you don't, it goes, it's still at the 20-yard. It's still 80 yards.
Yeah.
I thought they were on the 25. I apologize.
My thing is my offense has one play to make 4 yards, and if I get it, I win the game.
Yep, I get that
Guaranteed.
too. Yep, I get that too.
Yeah.
But if you don't pick it up, then you leave them with a shorter field to go. Not that they don't.
But
it's
they,
a really
they
short
still
field. But
have to score.
And look at all the rain coming down now, too. It looks like the wind's down a little bit, but the ball's probably going to be slick.
we'll see what Richland does out of the timeout. It's a 4th down and about 3.5. And Jake Regan is coming out. They're going to go for this. So they're going to go with Brian's call. Hey, you can end the game on a 1st down. You need a play that gets you 4 yards. Bunch out to the right, bunch to the left. They put Jameer Christian in motion. This is a handoff to
No.
A little short.
It's about a yard short.
I think he's
he
a
had
little
to get to
short.
the 32. Grayson Malla did not quite pick it up. Maybe came a yard short. Ended up putting us at the 33. That was awful close, though. One more little lunge.
I'm gonna guess they're just gonna signal.
Yep.
Sometimes in that situation, you bring the sticks out, even if you know.
So turned over on downs. 1:08 on the clock, though.
Regardless, they have to throw the ball. No timeouts. They got to get to the boundary. If they don't, Richland could send some heat here, put some pressure on Gallucci since he's not a regular quarterback.
Ball at the 33-yard line of McCort. Ragnow came free. Quick throw out of bounds. Caught by Page over the 35-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd down. So to the 36. So a short gain of 3.
The only thing now is that McCort, it's one mistake away, and it's pretty easy to make a mistake in these kinds of conditions.
1:04 on the clock. Gallucci rolls out. Gallucci winging this ball. Has the man wide open. Spontak makes the catch at the Richland 29-yard line. Richland let him go. Gallucci made the throw. 57 seconds on the clock. A 14-7 game.
He wasn't out of bounds, was he?
I don't believe so.
So as soon as they set the
As soon
chains.
as they set the chains, they'll have to roll. He was not out of bounds, I don't think, but he's on the field hurt.
Yeah, the problem was he was off the field hurt. He should have stayed off the field. He walked on the field and then went down.
I'd have.
This game, boy, I tell you what, it just keeps going back. Just when you think maybe big play, big hitter by Gallucci to Spontak. And it puts McCort within striking distance. 57 seconds on the clock. They're at the Richland 29-yard line.
Brian, is there any penalty for an injury timeout in high school football with less than 2 minutes and no timeouts?
No.
Any runoffs?
But he's going to have to leave the field.
No, he has to get off.
He has to leave the field.
He has to get off the field.
Yeah.
They're not even paying attention to him.
Yeah, 24 needs to leave the field. You see, his helmet's off now. He's heading off the field. But that was a big throw by Gallucci. Had Spontak wide open, found him. Clock running now at 55 seconds. Rain falling
Yep,
here.
it's ticking.
Low snap. Gallucci picks it up. Gallucci got a heavy rush, throws this one way up in the air, and will fall short. Incomplete pass.
Not to mention, Gallucci
He
got
just
drilled.
threw that up, but Braden Nepper wasn't watching the ball. He was just running down the field.
This is where Richland could really pin their ears and just come after Gallucci.
They still have time, though. You got to watch like a delay handoff or something like that that can eat up a big chunk.
Yeah, because they're going to keep D'Elia in the backfield.
What I'm most concerned about is they got to make sure to account for D'Elia out of the backfield, like you just said, a screen play.
Yep, 44 seconds on the clock, 14-7, Richland leading. Back to throw goes Gallucci, heavy rush again. Gallucci throws this one from towards the end zone. Intercepted! It's intercepted! Richland has the football!
He's saying incomplete.
No,
That's Alex Bond. That's picked off.
Alex Bond got that.
He 100% caught that.
Alex Bond got his hands underneath that football. And it is. It's a Richland Ram intercepted. Alex Bond.
They were having a discussion in the
I was worried when he started having that. Bond definitely got his
arms under that.
Excellent job by Alex Bond. Ball comes out to the 20-yard line. 38 seconds on the clock. Richland can go into victory formation. Richland will be your class. Sorry, my God, I'm so excited. We are the District 6 2A champions. There we go. I got so excited. Intercepted by Alex Bond in the end zone.
Fittingly, it was in the end zone.
Yes,
Yeah, every time he catches it, he's in the end zone. Always.
So Richland Rams are just one kneel away from putting this ball game to bed. There's the snap, there's the kneel. And again, Richland will be your district.
Guys, who gets the chain? Who gets the chain?
I don't know, man. Oh, Arnold McCarrol, but Grayson
I
Mallett.
have 2 chains.
He's got 2 touchdowns in this game.
We have 2
got 2
chains.
chains.
Arnold McCarrol and Grayson Mala.
Yep, McCarrol and Mala get your chains. Richland comes away with the title. Richland will move on next week. We're not sure where we're going to be. We know we're going to play, Farrell?
Farrell, I believe.
So we're going to go on the road somewhere. It's going to be a neutral site game. Richland Rams live to play another week, and they are your champs.
Coach Bailey just got a Gatorade dumped on him, but he didn't look like he got any more wet than he already was.
What a game. We knew it was going to be close. Tom, I'm with you. I was more along the lines of like a 24-20 game. There was 2 offensive touchdowns scored in this entire game, and 1 interception, pick 6 by Arnold McCarrol, which was the only score until the 4th quarter. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was one of the best football games I've ever watched. Very fundamentally sound. Both teams played great. Both teams played together. It was a defensive masterclass.
Wow.
Yeah, they did what they had to do, and that was contain D'Elia. He never cracked off the big run. He did get a long pass, but I think that was the key is they held him in the rushing of McCourt in check.
Wow. And you gotta believe those injuries and that player being ineligible really hurt this McCort team because they are a different team with their normal quarterback out there. Gallucci did a yeoman's job. He did a fantastic job, but Bainey is the normal quarterback. It allows Gallucci to go and play wide receiver. And allows Bainey also to be a defensive back.
Make sure our fans stick around for some interviews and coach interviews and player interviews.
Absolutely, don't go anywhere as we have excellent interviews.
Definitely.
It's going to be a little because there's going to be a medal presentation.
You're definitely going to want to hear what Grayson Mala has to say after a game like that.
Yes. And, Richland. Wow. So after being denied the last 2 years, Tom, they are now District 6 2A champs. Grayson Mala all fired up here on the sideline. We'll head down to Sponge as, actually they're going to do the presentation. I don't know if you're able to grab Coach now or after the presentation. But take nothing away from the Crushers. They come out and played a great game. We knew they would. Richland just able to be a little bit better in this one, Dom. And what a turn of events, though. We thought Richland was going to go up 2 scores in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. About midway through, and Richland had a 4th and goal from the half-yard line. They took a penalty, missed a field goal, and that's where the tables turned. Then McCort all of a sudden able to go down the field and put a touchdown on the board with around the 5:20 mark or so. And then it was Arnold McGarrah after a big return by Jameer Christian all the way to the 48-yard line of McCort. It was a hitter to Arnold McGarrah who took it the distance into the end zone to set your score at 14-7, and a big pickoff at the end of the game by Alex Bond to salt this one away. What a great moment for these kids, his coaches, the parents, the whole Richland community, as Richland will have a state playoff game next week.
Third time's a charm. Third year in a row, they finally get over the hump.
There you go. And what a game it was. I'm not going to have a voice tonight or tomorrow, but I don't care, dog.
Yeah, I feel like we can chalk that one up to me being in the booth and not on the field.
That was awesome.
2 years I'm on the field, 2 losses. The year I'm up in the booth, we win.
But you're here, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I blame it on where we ate.
Yeah. Shout out Zach's.
That's right. We went to the same place. We won't mention the place, but the last 2 years, we went to another establishment here in Altoona for our pregame. We went to Zach's this year, and Zach's brought us a win.
Arnold McGarrah.
Arnold with a fantastic game. He had a 36-yard interception return for a touchdown, and he had a 48-yard completion for a touchdown. So Arnold had an outstanding game for the Richland Rams here tonight. Along with all of the Richland Rams, really, Brody Halls had a tremendous game. Joey Ragno had a tremendous game.
Skinner.
The offensive line, really, and the defensive line, I thought held up very, very well. Able to hold D'Elia to really not a whole lot. I like to see what his stats were at the end, but they didn't give him very much tonight for the most part.
Oh, yeah. McCourt's offensive and defensive line coming into this game were known to be one of the toughest around. Filled with a lot of really, really good guys. Caleb Rodriguez had probably 60 tackles, it felt like. But it was a great job by the Richland Rams to play through. They knew they were coming into a tough one. They played their hearts out, and it showed with a 14-7 victory at the end.
Yeah, this is awesome. When you line up and accept these medals, it's always a really cool ceremony, and these kids deserve it. They worked hard all year. They avenged their only loss of the season, which came in week 4. Had to play on a Thursday night at Sergeant Field at Point Stadium. It was a 31-19 loss by the Richland Rams. A game plagued by a lot of mistakes by the Richland Rams. 4 turnovers that game, about 3 unsportsmanlike penalty calls. Some penalties we thought didn't think were penalties at the time, but Richland able to come out here in the biggest game and avenge that loss of when you're 14-7.
Charles.
As they just move down the line of all the Richland Rams.
It's just crazy to look down the line and see how many contributors that the Rams have. Almost every single kid getting a medal right now is making an impact every single day, day in, day out at practice. And then there's the guys on special teams, guys on defense. It's just such a complete Richland Rams team. And it's very, very well deserved that they won the District 6 2A championship.
And they're going to get size for their rings as well. My son has 4 of them. So yeah, he has got quite a few rings at home, and they'll get size for theirs. And they weigh a ton.
Really?
Oh my gosh, they're heavy. Yeah.
Ashton Roberts.
Yeah, Richland will not have to play Southern Columbia this time in the first round. They will play Farrell.
Brody Hollis.
And again, the place to be determined, and actually the date to be determined. It could be Friday, it could be Saturday, we're not sure.
Yep, it could be Saturday at 1 or Saturday or 7 or Friday.
Yeah. We've gone on the road before and played back in our first year when Joe Hauser was the quarterback that year when our kids were freshmen. We went out to York, and I believe we played a Saturday 1 o'clock in the afternoon game.
I was at that game.
Yeah, and that's the game that unfortunately Richland made a ton of mistakes that game. I think there was like 7 turnovers in that football game. A Richland team that really didn't turn over the football all year long, and that game was just unfortunate circumstances. And they got pretty waxed that year.
I don't remember that part of the game. I do remember that the stadium had phenomenal funnel cake, though, and it was freezing cold.
But Dom has a new appreciation for Southwest egg rolls.
I do. They were unbelievable.
I'm telling you. So Randy, we're taking care of Dom. He's trying new things. He likes fried ravioli. He likes the Southwest egg rolls.
Which is funny, because I don't ever try new stuff when I'm with him.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Well, maybe you don't know. Dom said, I don't know. I said, Dom, if you like tacos, you're going to like that.
It. Exactly right.
I only eat beef in my tacos.
Yeah, I know, but it has a similar flavor.
Flavor.
It kind of tasted like spinach and artichoke dip a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a little spicier. It's got black beans in it. It's really good black beans, corn, stuff like that. Very, very
phenomenal,
good
tholl
stuff.
Yep. Zach's was unbelievable both times we went. My food was delicious.
Zach's was excellent, yes. Great place to eat, catch some of the games on the TV. Mitchell Kempsick, a huge season for the Richland Rams with his leg.
Congratulations, Richland Rams.
Yeah, way to go, Richland. And once again, your Richland Rams take home the District 6 2A title over the McCort Crushers, 14-7 on a windy, at times, rainy at times night, but fairly warm night, which was the only good thing, is it wasn't cold. And I think in a minute, we'll get down to Sponge. He'll grab some interviews as we hear from Coach Bailey and some of the players.
I believe that's number 6 for Coach Bailey.
That is awesome. Well deserved, well earned. So Richland, 12-1. And that's what the McCort Crushers fell to. They came here undefeated at 12-0. Leave here with at 12-1, and their season is over. Richland's will continue. They'll be able to prepare this week, catch some film on Farrell, and see what they're up against. Brian, you have any inside information on Farrell?
Very storied, very storied program.
Yep.
I think they're pretty big up front. And here's information: I don't believe they have a kicker, so they go for 2
every time.
Every time, I believe.
Well, that means they're probably pretty good at it, though. If they're going for it all the time, they have those plays always set up. So, yeah, Richland's going to be have a week to prepare.
I don't think I've ever heard of Farrell before. First time.
Really?
First time is when I read the bracket.
Oh, wow. The Farrell Steelers.
Yeah, it's going to be a long road trip. I can promise you that, though. Wherever we go, it's going to be
Slippery Rock's not that far.
It's going to be a good 2-hour ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours?
2 hours, yeah.
No.
Farrell did, yeah. They got
Really?
bumped up.
I thought it was like 40 minutes.
We've gone out as far as Sealands Grove we went out to. We went out to Catawissa, which I thought was the biggest it was the biggest ripoff I've ever seen. Is you have to play a state playoff game against Southern Columbia at Southern Columbia.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how fair that was.
That doesn't seem very fair.
It wasn't fair.
That's like when Penn State played USC in the Rose Bowl stadium. Well, it's their home stadium.
Yeah. But that is where the Rose Bowl is played. These games are always neutral site games, yet we're playing Southern Columbia in their own building.
Can you tell I'm a salty Penn State fan?
Over COVID, they made a change, and I'm not sure when they go to neutral or what the parameters are, but now there are state games in the bracket that the home team can host.
And the alma mater being played by the Richland band as their team salutes with their helmets. And we're just minutes away from going to be a joyous Coach Bailey and a bunch of happy Richland Ram football players that Sponge will do the interviews with. Remind them, Sponge, they have to keep it PG.
I'll try.
Remind Sponge he has to keep it PG.
Yeah, Sponge, you have to keep it PG as well.
I actually don't know what to expect out of the Grayson Mile interview.
Grayson is always gives such a tremendous interview. I can tell you he's going to be all energy. That's all I can tell you.
He's going to be fired up.
Yep, it's going to be an energetic talk. And actually, I would love you to grab Alex Bond. We haven't heard from him, I think, all season.
All right, guys. Coach. Congratulations, district title number 6 for you.
Yeah, it feels great.
What a game.
Great football game.
You couldn't ask for a better game.
Yeah, great football game, great environment, pouring down rain, 2 great defensive performances, and we just made one more play than they did tonight.
The crowd, it came alive tonight. I haven't heard that all year.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great night of football. We needed the crowd, we needed the support, and kids played awesome. So proud.
Last week I said about Alex Bond. He had 6 catches, 5 touchdowns. He makes the big interception, and he was in the end zone. He's always in the end zone.
Always in the end zone. Love Alex.
Grace Amala, that kid has heart, man. I swear he had 30 tackles.
Yeah, he's such a tough kid, and he's definitely a team leader.
Next week, Farrell. You know much about him?
I know nothing about him. We were focused on Bishop McCort. We're going to enjoy this tonight and start gathering film tomorrow and go see if we can make a run in the state playoffs.
Do you know if it's Friday or Saturday or where it's at? Nothing.
No idea.
Okay. Well, go enjoy this. I lost my voice, Craven.
See if Sponge can grab Grayson Malla
Grayson's in the crowd.
and Arnold Magera. Of course he is. He's greeting all the fans.
Joe Mack. I got Joe Mack.
Joe Mack.
We got Joe Mack. Yeah! You did it, buddy. Hey, how's it feel?
It feels amazing. It's the best feeling ever. Might sleep out on the field.
You can sleep in the field with a gold chain.
Yeah, it's honestly the best feeling.
Against those guys you used to play for.
Yeah, it's just beating Tom Smith. It's the best feeling in the world. I mean, I really don't know how to explain it other than that.
I saw their barstool when they beat you earlier in the year. They weren't too nice to you.
No.
You got something to go back to them?
Oh yeah, we got crazy stuff. Nick Dressick, he was running the barstool. We got feet picks and we got everything for him.
All right, give it to him tonight, Joe. Brody Hulse. Jake, stick around. Brody Hulse, senior. All right, you've been here 3 years in a row. You finally got over the hump. How's it feel?
Feels absolutely amazing. This is the best feeling I've ever had in my life, and I told these guys every week, this is what we're coming to do this season, and we did it.
It looked like you couldn't run the ball much up the middle. You finally broke one. You got that pass out to Arnold. He took it to the house. I mean, defensively, it looked like you and Grayson were in on every tackle.
That's just how we work here. We kept driving every play. We never let our heads go down, and we just kept working all game.
Now, next week you play Farrell. Did you ever hear of them?
Never heard of them in my life.
All right, you just keep doing what you're doing, right?
Yep. Watch film, beat them.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Sounds like a recipe for success. Watch film and go beat him. I like it. I see we can grab a couple more plays. Definitely want to grab Arnold Magera if we can, and Grayson Malla if we can.
We got Jake Regan here, the quarterback.
But we're not
looked like at some point you were in a little pain out there. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to fight through that pain, right?
That's right. I just can't even, I don't even know how to express this. I'm just so thankful that God has given us this opportunity to play, to come out here, play in the rain, play with the guys I love to come go play football with. Throughout the whole day, I've just been thinking about this game. I've been thinking about this team. We came here, we all looked at each other and we said, we're going to go win this game. Our defense played awesome. Our offense did their job when we needed to. We won 14-7.
Yeah, usually God's on the other team's side. I don't know. That's what I hear. But it was good that he was on your side.
Yeah, dude, I've just been praying all day. It's the most important thing in my life is my relationship with God. I'm just so thankful.
I've seen you grow up for last couple years. I mean, you're just a sophomore. Mm-hmm. You're going to state playoffs. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's awesome.
I've been there as a ball boy. I've never gotten to experience this as a player, and I cannot wait to go and play.
Good luck next week. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
All right, Grayson's right behind you there, Sponge.
There he is. There's my guy.
Yes, sir, baby.
We exchanged text messages last Friday night.
Yes, sir.
It looked like you had D'Elia all night.
I told him I had him. I told you I had him. It was on my mind all week. Honestly, since September 9th, this game has been on my mind every single day. I mentally prepare. I always talk about mental preparation. I mentally prepared for this game every every single day until we came out here and we did what we had to do. And I am so unbelievably proud of this team and the grit they showed and the guys it's just a team effort. It comes from, I told the guys in the break, it's not just the starters, it's every single guy on the team. Every single guy on this team matters, and I am so proud of everybody's effort tonight. I love this team, and I'll remember this game forever.
We kept questioning, running up the middle. They're running up the middle. They're not getting anything. You finally cracked one. Towards the end, they looked tired. It looked like you just outwilled them.
Yes, sir. I think we wanted this game more. I know for a fact. I know we wanted this game more than them. We came out here. We wanted this game more. After that, I told the team all week, I said, remember that sour taste in your mouth after September 9th, and we remembered it tonight. We showed them they didn't want to come out and play football the second half, and we did.
Now you move on to the state playoffs. How about that?
I'm so unbelievably happy, but I'm going to celebrate this one tonight.
All right, buddy.
Sir.
And a great show of sportsmanship, I believe. A couple McCort players coming out and congratulating the Richland Rams. I think that's amazing and tremendous.
Sponge, Arnold's getting a couple pictures behind you there.
Yeah, see if we can grab Arnold. He was grabbing a picture with Joe Mack and Brody Hollis.
I think it's Lane Lucas. No, it's an interview with Wayne, our man Stones. I better not jump in. Oh, no, he's done.
You got him.
All right, Arnold.
So Arnold, 2 touchdowns
This
in this
guy's
game.
not with Richland anymore. Don't worry about him. Arnold, that touchdown. Just a swing pass and just the speed. You blew by Dressick like he was standing still.
Yeah, speed kills in this league. I felt amazing, especially after first time we lost to them. No better feeling.
How about the pick six? What'd you see on that?
Oof. That's just amazing because, again, going back to our first loss against them, I got beat on that pick, or on the slant for a touchdown. We got back in the lab, game plan, and that's how we drew it up.
Now you move on to the state playoffs. How's that feel?
Yeah, amazing. For our first time, the 2027's first time going on further than D6, so I love to see it.
Yeah, third time's a charm. You guys have been here the last 2 years, and now you one-upped your brother here.
Yeah, would have felt amazing to win it with him, though. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Good luck next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
See, that's nice. My brothers would have said, too bad. It's so nice. He actually says, I wish my brother was here. My brothers would have never said anything like that.
I definitely wouldn't have said that.
I got 4 of them. They would have never said anything like that. Not even one of them. Brian knows my brother Jimmy, and it'd have been too bad.
Yep, Jimmy would have laughed and said, Eddie, I got what you didn't.
That's right. That's exactly right. I never hear the end of it either. All right, so I think that's going to be it here from Mansion Park, as Richland has gone through the ceremony, have gotten their medals. They will get fitted for their D6 rings, which I think is just spectacular. That the boosters take care of that, which is incredible. And we want to thank them, thank our sponsors, and we're going to be somewhere next week. We're playing Farrell. We don't know when, we don't know where, but just keep an eye out. That information will go out. You know that we'll be here, so if you can't make it to the game, you know where to go. You know where we're going to be. Richland again takes this one 14-7. Just a quick recap: it was in the first half, and really in the first quarter, it was a 36-yard interception return by Arnold McGarrah that set the score at 7-0. Teams went back and forth, went 4 and outs. Richland went into the break, leading 7-0. Came out after the break, actually turned over the football, and it was at the 18-yard line where Bishop McCort took over, and Richland was able to hold them on downs and take over. It went back and forth again. Richland had the ball 4th and goal about midway through the 4th quarter from the half-yard line and took a penalty on a illegal procedure, and they were going to settle for a field goal, pushed wide left, and all of a sudden McCort came to life, went down the field, scored a touchdown as it was Brady Page able to find it from 5 yards out. Richland took the kickoff, and Jameer Christian from his own 10-yard line took it all the way to the 48-yard line of McCort. The next pass was out, a little swing pass to Arnold McGarrah, 48 yards to the house, and capped off by an Alex Bond interception in the end zone with 38 seconds left to go that set our final at 14-7. Richland takes the District 6 2A title 14-7 over the McCort Crushers. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Richland Football Network. For Dom Shank, Brian Schmidt, Brian the Sponge Brett, we'll say goodnight. Be safe, everyone. Catch you all next week. You've been listening to the Richland Ram Football Network.